Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is England Jones, and thanks for stopping by to watch Bayloric Worldwide Television News. I was meant to be just trying to get some sleep, but before I went to bed, I like to do just a little scouring over the internet and see what's going on. For those of you who don't know, today I did an interview earlier on with Uncle James Ali Bashir. For those people who don't know who that is, he's the trainer of Alexander Usyk. He's also the assistant trainer to Vladimir Klitschko, a man that has been around since the days of Muhammad Ali, and he was Emmanuel Stewart's counsel. When I say that, I mean he was the guy that Emmanuel Stewart went to before making decisions, James Ali Bashir. So we spoke about a number of topics. The main topic we talked about was racism within boxing. And this is the new year. This is 2017. Some people just don't know when to stop. So I finished doing that interview with him. I also did an interview with Russell Hartley, my good friend in the UK. In his opinion, he has a lot more to say. Always speaking his version of events, always honest, always truthful. So you'll be able to get that information. This is 2 interviews in 2 days with Uncle Bashir, so it's a bit special. The second interview in particular, for you to check out his thoughts on the Anthony Joshua Twitter abuse he got, the Amir Khan situation with the sex tape, the Alexander Usyk's next fight, James Ali Bashir's latest fighter he's working with at heavyweight, but you didn't know who that was. Another heavyweight he's potentially going to be working with in South Africa, and lots more other juicy things in that as well. So it's a very good interview for you to listen to if you haven't listened to it already. So Charlie Cutton says, good to see the shows back. Yeah, well, I think they're I think at the moment these shows are fillers. They're fillers at the moment because we're still waiting to make that transition as we said we would. But we're back. Here we are at the moment. So we're still trying to keep in touch with those people who are about. And of course, everything's here on one channel as opposed to it being on the Bayloric TV channel. People have said to me, I thought you packed it in. I said categorically that Bayloric TV boxing channel will be done, and it is done. And I said that we would continue until we made the transition. We haven't made the transition just yet. So what am I meant to do? Sit down, twiddle my fingers? No. So there's been lots of stuff, not just boxing. You'll see there's more rounded information. We're probably gonna have our first comedy show in about a week's time from now, live on the channel as well. So we're gonna have a lot of diverse things happening on the channel. Lot more truthers on the show, and we'll have a diverse sort of thing happening. But anyway, now, so check out those interviews. But now, very important, the reaction to Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia. Think what you like of Danny Garcia. I think he's always been a respectful man. I've always liked him as a fighter. Always liked Danny Garcia as a fighter. Ever since I saw him fight Eric Morales the first time, I thought, you know, this boy's got something about him. And when I saw Morales for the rematch, I knew that Garcia was going to knock out Morales, and I knew he was going to knock out Khan as well. I said, you know what, this guy's got a great chin. He's got a lethal left hook on him, slightly flat-footed. And then I spoke to Terence Crawford. I spoke to Terence Crawford for a long time. High-speed jab, hope you're well. I spoke to Terence Crawford at length. Check out those 2 interviews. They're interviews that are quite revealing. And he talks about Danny Garcia, talks about how what sort of a fighter Danny Garcia is. He said Danny Garcia's got more boxing skills that he lets off, and he's just become a bit of a flat-footed puncher now. So he's kind of regressed in terms of boxing ability. Was a pretty good boxing amateur, but he had gift decisions as well, according to Terence Crawford. But anyway, Andrew Garcia is always shot from the mouth. He always has. He's always said things mainly for a reaction, and you know that's fine. But if you look at Angel Garcia, I thought Angel Garcia was going to pop off when he met with Robert Guerrero's dad. But when Robert Guerrero's dad was about, Angel Garcia went completely stump because he knew that Robert Garcia's dad would have chinned him. You remember when Angel Garcia went to Zab Judah and pulled off Zab Judah's hat and called him Janet Jackson? Remember that? Remember where Angel Garcia insulted Khan about the magic carpet? Remember that? And Khan then wanted to go out there and knock Danny Garcia out. It worked. He walked. Khan walked right into the trap that they set. Very emotional. And now we have his latest caper. Now, I'm all for promoting fights. All for promoting fights. Shouting, screaming. I'm not so keen on the old table throwing and scuffling in studios. That going a bit too far, and bottles going over people's heads and people getting glassed. That sort of stuff is too far. But this situation here of Angel Garcia, all right, we know Angel will talk and he'll go on and on. Okay, fine. We know that from Angel. But when you start making racist comments, not once, not twice, not even 3 times. This man was repeatedly calling Keith, one-time Thurman, the N-word. Okay? Now, Keith, you know, I don't know how he kept so calm in all of that. And I can assure you, in the UK, that at a press conference would have been unacceptable. It was classless and no class whatsoever. Lou DiBella, who was controlling that press conference, should have sat Garcia down and told Garcia, hey, you can't be talking like that at press conferences. You can't be doing that. He should have said something. He didn't say anything, not a word. Just try to calm him down and say, well, I'm taking the microphone now. Now, part of being a promoter or you promote an event, one of your responsibilities is to control the people at the table. Now, is Angel Garcia going to get fined for this? First of all, it's appalling what he said in 2017. Secondly, not only he called Thurman the N-word, he then started talking about illegal immigrants coming into America. What the hell is this man doing? And then at the end of it, starts calling about Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to get sworn in what, 2 days' time? The 20th? Or days' time now? What the hell is this man doing? And you know who I feel bad for this? Is Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, I don't think he's racist. I think he's got a lot of his mixture of black guys, and he's got a nice mixture of people around him. How the hell does he explain that situation to people afterwards, watching his dad ranting like that? It's disgusting. And someone like Lou DiBella should have said something about it, should put a statement out about it. And listen to this. On the back of Oscar De La Hoya and out versus Al Heyman and the racist emails coming out of Golden Boy from Golden Boy's press officer, I think he's his press officer, calling Al Heyman scum, a black Hitler, and the N-word. On the back of that, only revelations coming out a few days before. Then you've got this Angel Garcia come out. I liked Angel Garcia. I did like him. But there is going overboard, and he's gone overboard now. And I think, in my opinion, it needs to be clamped now. He needs to be sanctioned. He needs to be fined, and he needs to be put in his place. The best fine would be that he doesn't work in the corner of Danny Garcia. Now, that would be nice, because that's disgusting. Why should a fighter have to turn up to a press conference and get racially abused like that? Not on. It's not like he said it once, he slipped up, he made a mistake. He said it over and over and over again. And he said it, you know, people, the way he was speaking, he was egging Thurman on. And he's the sort of guy that says that. And it only takes a moment between you thinking about chinning somebody and then you chin him, then a right hand comes in. Let me tell you something. He might not knock out Danny Garcia, but I can guarantee you he would knock out Angel Garcia. All right? It's absolutely disgusting. It's not on. It's unacceptable. And whether it be a white guy calling somebody a white guy going against a black guy going against a white guy, unacceptable. Racism is not acceptable in the sport of boxing. Yes, there's racists in boxing. That doesn't mean that we give them highlight and time like DeBella has done. So everybody sat at that table and nobody said anything about it. The man from Showtime was sitting there as well. Not a word was said. They just let it go. And they said, oh, let's let Danny talk now. So is that when Bashir talked about racism in boxing, is that where we're at? Is that where we're at today in boxing? That everybody on that table, there was no apology. There was no, I can tell you now, hand on heart, as much as I don't like the way that Adam Smith is, imagine that being on Sky Sports. He would have turned around and said, Angel, you know, you can't really be saying that on national television. Hey, no, Angel, you really can't be doing that. But could you imagine Angel Garcia shouting that stuff off in the UK? It's an absolute disgrace. Showtime, the guy that was there, the head of Showtime, he needs to bow his head down in disgust. Angel Garcia needs to bow his head in disgust. Danny Garcia needs to, you know, he's probably embarrassed. And DeBella, who's the promoter, should have stepped in and said something about it. So as far as I'm concerned, if you say nothing about it, it's acceptable. It's acceptable. You know what I mean? There's one thing, maybe a fighter throwing a punch at another fighter, all right. But when you're actually making racist remarks and comments at a press conference like that, and if that is what it takes to sell a fight, not on. I want to know what the boxing commissions, if they're going to all do anything about this, whether they're going to let that just run, because I know in Britain it would not be acceptable, but I would like to see him get severely punished for it. It was just as bad when you know, Hopkins made his statements, unacceptable as well, which you've seen me comment on quite a few times, unacceptable. So really unacceptable behavior. Let's see what people are saying in the room. Charlie Cuttons says, evening. Good evening, Charlie. Good to see the show's back. Yes, indeed. Michael C says, Angel Garcia being a knob again. I see. It's very true. It is. This is probably a 50-50 fight. Needs to be seen more fights like this. Best fighting the best. Yeah. Yeah. Leon says, we never hear from Thurman anymore, and he used to be very loud on lots of interviews. Think he isn't as interested anymore. Well, I can tell you, if you go on this channel, I was one of the first people to be talking to Keith Thurman. Go back and check the record. I was talking to Keith Thurman before all these people jumped on the Keith Thurman bandwagon. When he fought Carlos Quintana, back then I was talking to Keith Thurman because I saw talent in the guy back then. So all these people who jump up now and run, oh, Keith Thurman was one of the first to talk to Terence Crawford and still remain the only boxing outlet, or then boxing outlet, that had interviews with Crawford that lasted more than 5 minutes. Okay, I've got 2 20-minute interviews with Terence Crawford before he became a world champion. Right? That's how we roll here. We don't do it bandwagon. We don't bandwagon on, right? We don't jump on bandwagons. When before Hughie Fury is where he is today, we spoke to him. Before Peter Fury was known as one of the world's best trainers. Before Tyson became world champion. Before Sullivan became world champion. Right here on Bayloric Worldwide Television. That's where we got them. All right? So don't be under any illusion. It is what it is. Hi again, speed jab. Thurman KO. Well, question is two things I ask about Keith Thurman. Question number one is, since the injury and he was out of the ring, he hasn't knocked anybody out. And number two, is he really a one-punch knockout artist, or was he knocking out guys who were below his level? That's the questions you've got to ask yourself. Angel Garcia and Danny at a press conference with Eubanks. Oh dear. This is this man is an animal. Imagine Chris looking at this is unacceptable. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Funny. Angel is a disgrace. He put the belt on as well as if he was a champion. LOL. Well, the WBC, who's Danny Garcia, Mauricio Sullivan, being Mexican, I think he's from Mexican heritage. I'd like to know what Jose Sullivan, Mauricio Sullivan would think. The president of the WBC, who I've met, I would like to know what he would think of Angel Garcia's comments today. I really would. Ingram always gets interviews before they turn world beaters. That's when you know. And I'm going to give you another world beater. Check out his name, Rashidi Ellis. Check him out. Before everyone starts, oh, I knew Rashidi Ellis. We know Rashidi Ellis when nobody's talking about him. Check him out. Rashidi Ellis is signed with Golden Boy. Oh. The bad guy. I just watched the press conference. I'm sold. LM, laugh my head out. Yeah, well, the bad guy. Did you hear how many times Angel Garcia swore at I was racist towards Thurman? Unbelievable. Do you think Thurman is the best welterweight? So who's he beaten? He beat Porter. He beat Guerrero. I should know all this now, shouldn't I? Tough one. What was it Barry going to say? A can beat B, but doesn't mean B. That A can beat C, but doesn't mean B can beat A. Something like that. That's what Barry McGuigan once said. The best way to discover that is if Thurman beat Brook. If Thurman can beat Brook, Garcia, who's come up in weight, then he's got like Pacquiao and Bradley. See, there's that level where Thurman's at now. And then you move up to that next level, which is Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao, Bradley, Marquez, because they're all battle-hardened, true, proven, over and over again fighters. I don't know. I think Thurman's on that path towards being the best welterweight. Pacquiao would have to fight. There's Errol Spence that's floating around. I'm not on the Spence bandwagon. You're hearing it here from me. I'm not on the Spence bandwagon. So simply because I think at the moment Spence takes too many punches. He shouldn't be getting hit so much by someone like Leonard Bundu, who's like 41 years old and out for about a year. Should never be getting caught with all silly punches. And him walking through Algeria, he's a light middleweight or middleweight boiled down to welterweight. So that's why I walk for Algeria. And that's why Khan can do it Algeria the same way, or Pacquiao, because both guys came from lower weight divisions. So there's my thoughts on that. Let's see what people are saying here. So is he the best welterweight in the world? No. Is he one of the best welterweights in the world? Yes. But is he the best? No. The only excuse for Angel is he does it to take the pressure off Danny. Yeah, well. Being racist, you can take the pressure off your son, but being racist, sorry, not on. Yes, I saw Ellis win against Eddie Gomez a few weeks ago. How does he look, Charlie? Let me know what you think. I haven't seen him for a while fight. Hey, Dan Gore. Okay. Thurman is battle tested against elite. Garcia not really, and Garcia got trouble with moving targets. Yeah, he stuck Khan, but it was in the middle of the ring as Khan was too reckless. I agree. Thurman moves a lot. Yes, and I've studied Thurman a long time. Thurman moves a lot when he can't get you out of there. But Thurman moves a lot. He's not elusive. He moves around a lot excessively, Thurman, and doesn't fight well off the ropes. In fact, gets confused when he's backed up against the ropes. Keep Thurman off the ropes, he's fine. Center the ring, Thurman's fine. If he gets into a brawl, there's two punches Thurman's got to watch out for. One in particular, and not so much the left hook. It's the overhand right. If any punch Keith Thurman's vulnerable to, it'll be overhand right. And his chin's okay. Thurman's chin's okay. Okay? But I think Garcia's got a more solid chin than Thurman. But we'll see on that. We'll see. Thurman versus Garcia is a really good fight. I think winner fights Brook versus Spence for the best welterweight in the world. That's #1 spot is vacant in my opinion. Yeah, I think, in my humble opinion. I also think that Brook is dying. He's praying that Khan takes the fight against him because he doesn't want to fight Spence. Don't listen to what you're hearing in these interviews. He doesn't want to fight Spence. All right? He doesn't want to fight Spence. He's praying that Amir Khan takes the fight with him. He doesn't have to fight Spence. Because if he fights Spence, he loses money. Why do you want to make less money against Spence, who's not a pay-per-view star, versus Khan, who is a pay-per-view star? That's the way they're looking at him. And why do you want to fight a mandatory that could kick your ass, who's unbeaten? All his fights are by KO. He's an Olympian. Why do you want to fight that guy when I can fight Amir Khan, make more money, and there's more of a possibility of me cheating Khan? That's the truth. Take it or leave it. Thurman v. Garcia is a really good fight, though. I think, well, okay, we said that. Jack has officially given up his WBC belt. Good. Probably to go and fight Andre Ward. Don't be surprised if you see Jack versus Andre Ward. Espinosa said he will talk to Mayweather to see if he would fight the winner of Thurman Garcia. Thoughts on that? Well, Espinosa, before he does that, well, Espinosa now is going to have to explain himself, because Mayweather's going to see how Angel Garcia spoke to Thurman. Mayweather's black as well. Now, I don't know what Mayweather's going to think about all that, but I'm sure he's going to have something to say about it. Will Mayweather ever box again? I think he will box again. I do. But I think it'd be from Conor McGregor. That's the only thing I think he'll do now, really. When you're in the act now of promoting Soulja Boy versus Chris Brown, it kind of shows you where the mentality of people are now. All right. So I think if anything he'll fight, it'll be Mayweather versus Conor McGregor on a celebrity night of boxing, and he's top of the bill. I can see that for Mayweather Promotions. But I can't see Mayweather coming back to fight Thurman. Why? What for? Why? No point. I mean, I can understand it from boxers, from the boxing perspective, and I can understand your thoughts on that. But why? Why would he come back for that? Come back and fight McGregor when you know you can kick his ass, probably. Yeah, do that. Pacquiao versus Horn is a competitive fight. I told everybody, if you go back and listen to when after Parker beat Ruiz, I said he's over there for Pacquiao to fight Horn. And the only reason why Aaron was over there was not so much a Parker fight, was to see how big an audience what he'd be like, an audience, and whether Manny Pacquiao could fill that arena. He knew Manny Pacquiao would fill that arena. He said, right, this is perfect. Horn, you know, this guy, have you seen Horn fight? The guy's going to get smashed to bits. It's another big payday for Pacquiao in Australia. Why not? Money made. Avoid the Crawford fight for as long as possible, and then when Aram has basically wrung him completely dry and there's no juice left, then stick him in with Crawford, and then you've got a new superstar in boxing. That's how to do. Just like they did with De La Hoya, they'll do the same thing with Pacquiao. Thurman withstood Porter's pressure, and Garcia struggles with the moving target. Garcia easier for Thurman than Porter in my book. Would agree and disagree. Agree with you because, well, Garcia doesn't move like Porter. Disagree with you because, well, Porter's lost a step. He lost against Brook. Then he got dropped by Broner. And Garcia has lost a few fights. I agree. But styles make fights. And it's that overhand right and the left hook. And look, Robert Guerrero is no fantastic mover. Okay. What's the other guy's name? The guy, oh man, the guy that he was unbeaten. He was knocking a whole load of guys out. I can't remember the guy, and then Thurman fought him to win the interim WBA title. My brain's gone frozen. But yeah, him. He wasn't much of a mover. I think it's going to be a shootout. I can see it being a complete shootout. Once Thurman's legs, once he stops, once Thurman holds his feet, at some point he's going to hold his feet. The first couple he's going to try and blast Garcia out of there. First two, he'll test Garcia's chin. If he can't get Garcia out, then first three, then he'll go on the back foot and run around ring. You know how Thurman fights. There's no science in what Thurman does. There's no science in what Thurman does. First round, he'll get out there and first three, he tries to bomb you out of there. If he feels heat and he feels he can't get you out there and there's danger, he gets on the back foot and starts skirting around the ring. And then then he gets then he has a bit where he gets tired, and then the fighter starts putting him to the ropes and walking him back to the ropes. Look at the Luis Collazo fight. Luis Collazo's no mover. Collazo nailed him, did he not? So, yes, he moves a lot, but I wouldn't call him a defensive wizard. Right? Mayweather moves a lot, but he's a defensive wizard. Pernell Whitaker moves a lot. He's a defensive wizard. Thurman moves a lot. He is not a defensive wizard. He gets nailed. So I know you're saying about Thurman, but he gets nailed. He gets nailed. Robert Guerrero nailed him. Look at his face after the Guerrero fight. He gets nailed. So I thought it's a great fight. Charlie Cutton says, Ellis was the underdog going in the fight and blasted him out in round. Looks the real deal, mate. Yep, told you. He's good. Very good. Tremendous hand speed, footwork. He kind of reminded me, when I interviewed him, he reminded me of a young Roy Jones. That's a lot on Ellis's head, but he was the best amateur in the USA. When I heard that, I said, you know what? I'm going to get an interview with this guy. Copendonai says, Floyd ain't stupid enough to fight fight after 2-year layoff at age 40. Yeah, he's not stupid enough to do it, but he'll fight McGregor. Yes, I agree. Garcia had better chin than Thurman. Yes. Thurman walked through lower level guys like Chavez, Quintana. Now he's facing guys who are durable like Guerrero and Porter. Yes, that was a guy. Well, he didn't quite walk through Chavez, but yeah, Chavez was the guy I was talking about. And Chavez wasn't a moving target. So I know you said Garcia struggles against moving targets, but he nails them, does he not? I personally think Peterson beat him, but I think Peterson's got better boxing skills than Thurman, because Peterson can box. He can fight on the inside, he can fight on the outside, he can give you lateral movement, he can move to the sides. And where is Lamont Peterson anyway? Lamont Peterson, there's a guy that has got better boxing skills than Keith Thurman. And for everyone who says Thurman's this huge puncher, well, when's the last time he knocked somebody out? That's the question you got to ask yourself. And then ask yourself, when's the last time Garcia knocked somebody out? I would say Garcia comes into the fight as the puncher. Would you not? I don't know. But you could say, well, who legitimately has he knocked out? Okay, he stopped Malignaggi, didn't he? Or got to points. I don't know. What did he do against Malignaggi? I don't know. You tell me. You remind me. Let's see. Right. Brook fighting Spence is too much of a risk and bad money as well. I did say that. Also, Brook coming back at 147 is physically suicide. Think Chris Bird or Roy Jones. I agree with you. Hope Mayweather McGregor doesn't happen, to be honest. I think it will happen. I really do think that'll happen. Like I said, all the buffoonery going on between Chris Brown and Soldier Boy. Then if Soldier Boy and Chris Brown could be MGM, why can't Mayweather and McGregor? And who says it has to be a 12 rounder? Because McGregor's never. When's McGregor done 12 rounds? So it could be a 6-round fight. I don't know. Yeah, Mayweather versus McGregor could happen, but no more boxing for Floyd versus guys like Garcia or Thurman or Pacquiao, unless Pacquiao shows some real aging troubles. Yeah, I don't think you'll see Mayweather fight any of the top guys again. McGregor taking a while out of UFC, so that could be a hint at a Mayweather fight. Hope's not done. Yeah, I still think McGregor and Mayweather will happen. I see you. I like your view on the overhand right versus Thurman. It's interesting to analyze. It is because Garcia's got that winging left hook, but it's that overhand right. And if there's any punch I think I can see Thurman get clipped with, it's the overhand right, and it's a nasty punch. He'll get, if anyone's going to get clipped by it, it's Thurman, because the way Thurman fights. Thurman's another guy that likes to back straight up from punches. Watch him carefully. Diego Chavez, thank you. Chavez versus Canelo may be interesting because it's the first fight for Canelo isn't fighting at welterweight or super welter. Even his middleweight wins were against Small, Khan, and Cotter. Yeah, I think it's a great fight. I'm going to go back and say it's a great fight because I didn't realize what weight it was at. But now it's at Canelo weight. Well, it might be an interesting fight. Just hope. Want to know how much Chavez is weighing, and Chavez's father is saying you can lose to anybody in the world, but don't lose to Canelo. So there's a lot of pride there. Has Junior got one great fight left in him? Well, it would be funny if Canelo got beat by Chavez Jr. Could you imagine if he did? Oh boy, that'd be so funny. Yeah, Thurman got nailed and not a defensive master, but Garcia's footwork is not that great, and that may hurt. I never saw Garcia improve that much. I never saw Garcia improve that much. Problematic. Okay, I understand about you talking about Garcia and his yeah, but all this thing about movement, you know, Khan, another guy who skates around the ring and has got great movement. Well, didn't he get nailed by Canelo? It's not moving around the ring. It's what you're doing when you're moving around the ring. And when Thurman's on the back foot, have you ever seen Thurman on the back foot when he's moving around the ring, knock anybody over? No. For Thurman, you're talking Keith Thurman here. For Thurman to knock you out, he's got to be planting his feet and landing shots. Thurman can't do that running on the back foot. No, sir. Cannot do it. Thurman's got momentum. Got full. Thurman's a front foot momentum fighter. Yeah, I know he counter punches, but who's he knocked out on the counter punch? Not counter punching. Thurman is a front foot fighter. That's why he's got momentum forward and throwing his shots. But you look at Losi recently, his fights, he's been on the back foot, on the back foot. That's why he's not getting all these big knockouts. And the other thing to look at Thurman is when he throws his shots, Thurman's shots are from a wide angle. He comes from here. He's wide. And a straighter puncher coming straight down the middle, where Thurman's doing all this stuff, Garcia can come over the top. That's why I say Thurman is very vulnerable to the overhand right. So it's a punch that if Garcia can time it right as Thurman's coming in, and he can land on and throw one over top as Thurman's coming, he can knock Thurman out. I'm telling you, this is not a easy fight for Thurman at all. The bad guy says, yeah, Angel did say the N-word, but I think it's a Philly street thing. Same to Fat Joe or Puerto Rican thing. How many times did he say it, though? He didn't say it once, and he didn't say there is a way and a way of saying things. It's what he said and then what he said after it. He didn't just use the N-word and that was it. He used the N-word, then he started talking about illegal immigrants, and there's too many of them in the country, and then he talked about Donald Trump. That, to me, doesn't equate to Fat Joe or talking in Philly. No, that is straight up racism. There's no well, you know, he was trying to beat. No, blatant, out and out racist. That's what that was. Let's see here. Lamont Pedersen fighting on some undercard soon. Can't remember which card though. Beverly O'Neill. Hi Beverly. Every time Garcia is overlooked, he always finds a way to win. We've got to be, yeah, we have to look at Garcia like that. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. Including paying off the judges. Yes. I call him Danny. I love Danny Garcia, but he's Danny the Gift Garcia. He should have had about 2 or 3 defeats on his record. Ingram, do you think Floyd McGregor fight harms boxing but benefits MMA? What are your thoughts on affecting the box sports reputation? Remember when Muhammad Ali went and fought the wrestler? I heard that he caused him a lot of damage. Remember when Mayweather went and fought in the wrestling WWE? I think crossovers are cool, but let's get something straight here. As long as we respect it for what it is, it's a one-off event. And we don't, if Conor McGregor says he's going to have a career in boxing, then let him have a career in boxing. Because by the time he has a career in boxing, I'm talking about fighting from first fight to champion level. By the time he gets to the level of fighting Floyd Mayweather will be 43, 44. For 3 years in his career, matching him against nobodies to get his boxing skills up to scratch. And then taking a chance against a half-decent opponent. I mean, honestly, those skills, that crap that he does in the MMA, right? Do you really see that converting into boxing? With that wide stance, do you really see him doing that? He's done 3 rounds, and he was puffing after 3 rounds, and he's already been chinned by Diaz. Now, where would Diaz be in boxing terms? It's these things that boxing fans will look at. So as long as we look at it as an event and just call it an event, yes, you're having a one-off fight like Freddie Flintoff. That was an event, right? He thought he was having a career. He got hit on the chin as a pro, and then he discovered this is an event. I don't want nothing all to do with the boxing. Okay, there's an event, and then there's a career. Let's not mistake the two. And an event, okay, I'll accept that, but don't come telling me Conor McGregor is going to run boxing and he's going to have a career in boxing. If he's going to have a career in boxing, do it properly. All right. No, stop it. Just stop. No, stop it. Not at all. Is Garcia pound for pound, mate? Honestly, I love Danny Garcia, but loving somebody and being honest is 2 different things. I love him, but he should have lost 3 fights. And the 3 fights he lost, no way does he make pound for pound. Herrera, Peterson, and there was another fight he lost as well. But the Herrera fight and the Peterson fight, he definitely lost those 2 fights. All right, so no, not pound for pound. What happened? What's happening with Khan? I ain't got a clue. Ask his wife. Canelo is the king of catch weight. No, it's no longer catch weight. It's Canelo weight. Get it right. How much is it for Chris Eubank fight? $9.99, for I understand. Thank you for your views on Thurman's movement. Can't agree with everything and can't disagree with everything as well. Great points, bud. Thank you. Beverly O'Neill says, I love you. Okay. Are you male? Are you female? You got a name Beverly there, but I don't know what to think. What's going on with Brooke? I don't think he wants the Spence fight. Lots of people say that Golovkin can't fight going backwards. He can. He hurts Willie Limond while doing so in the first 25 or 35 seconds of round 5 of their fight. If you look at Golovkin, if you look him carefully, he's got a bad habit of, if you hit him, you know, when you hit Golovkin, he backs up, but he does nothing. As long as you're hitting Golovkin, he does nothing. Watch the Brook fight. Watch the Lemon fight. Watch the Dominic Wade fight. So I say, if you fight Golovkin, you've got to hit him and slip to the sides, because he gets hit, calls you on, you got to be gone. Some like Mayweather, I know Mayweather is a much smaller weight and the fight's just a farce to even make. Someone like Mayweather will hit you with the right hand and roll out. Hit you with the right hand and roll out. Roll away, slip to the sides. So a slipster has to hit Golovkin and then away. You can't get greedy with Golovkin. You're going to hit him and be gone. Hit him and be gone. But what you don't do is stand straight in front of Golovkin, allow him to get leverage to throw shots and momentum. That's it. Momentum. Another one of these guys that can fight going forward with momentum. But when you put him on the back foot and you land stinging shots, get away. So interesting. I love you, she says. A lot of people, as we talked about already, Brook is out still. I think Brook is looking to come back, but DeGale, yeah, I did a whole thing. Go check my video on James DeGale. I did a video on this channel about James DeGale and how I think he needs a new trainer if he really wants to consider himself to go on to become undisputed super middleweight champion. Freddie Flintoff spoke about him. Beverly says, ring me. UFC boxing. Oh, Mr. P. O'Neill. He says, evening room, who have you got winning between Garcia and Thurman? Garcia got skills and has very good technique. However, Thurman has a big punch. Has he? Has Thurman got a big punch? Or does Thurman sell you he's got a big punch? When's the last time Thurman knocked anybody out? Tell me the last time Keith Thurman knocked out somebody credible. Not knocked him down, knocked him out. Like spark up. And I'm a Thurman fan, right? But no. Big punch, questionable. Hurtful puncher, wouldn't argue with that. Big puncher, hurtful, possibly. And against the better fighters, they see his punches coming because he comes from wide. Thought about that? Floyd Mayweather should have lost 3 times too, like Garcia. Okay, well, we could discuss that. Golovkin versus Killer may happen in 2018. Yeah, it may happen after the Jacobs fight. We'll probably get Canelo Khan rematch. Well, let's see how Golden Boy does after the court case. Truth and facts about boxing. You know what? You want to come and have a chat with me, brother? Come and have a chat with me, because you know what? I could do having a chat with someone and bring you in the room. It's always nice to have you in the room, my brother. Let's see if you're around. Let's see if I can get you on Skype. Are you on Skype? Excuse me, people. I'm just going to bring Bo into the room. I'd love to hear his thoughts. Being the American, it'll be interesting to see what Bo thinks of. Is he there? Where are you, Bo? You're not there, Bo. It'll be interesting to see what he thinks of Angel Garcia's thoughts, and whether it was street talk or whether it was straight up racism from Mr. Yeah, I've just sent the link to you via Skype, Bo. Brook is back June, July, I guess. However, as a boxing fan, I'm tired of his fights. No down and get Frankie Gavin. I was going to say, it's interesting when Eddie Hearn says, that he dared to be great when he fought Golovkin, and they had to fight their mandatories. It was so important to fight their mandatories. Well, Errol Spence is a mandatory. Why doesn't Spence dare to, why doesn't Brook be dare to be great against Errol Spence? That's a mandatory. Why don't you face Errol Spence? Why don't you dare to be great and fight Errol Spence? Why? It's down to money, and the real possibility he could get his ass whooped. Adam Scott says they need to sort out this rubbish with the IBF. Either fight Spence or drop it. You can see them dropping it, can't you? They want the Khan fight, and Khan's got his issues at the moment, as we all know. Do you think Thurman has trouble taking body shots, or Angel Garcia goes on about? We have to talk about this. Well, I can say this much: Thurman wasn't as properly prepared for the Clatzer fight as he should have been. I'll leave it as that. Keith didn't KO Bundu. I know he didn't KO Bundu, but Bundu was like 41 years old when he fought Spence and fought for a year. Yes, you're right. Golovkin doesn't tend to do much when people are throwing punches at him, but he really gets nailed when throwing against punches. Well, he got nailed quite a few times against Kell Brook. Block this troll Beverly. Getting hit while rolling is approximately 50% damage. Is 50% damage. Flush is 100% damage, let's say. But getting hit while punching and while coming forward, you get a 200-300% damage using those terms. Golovkin doesn't get hit with 200-300% damage punches that much. Yeah. Well, he got hit those punches that he got hit with Kell Brook. Imagine him getting hit by a real puncher. It doesn't seem fair that Spence has to wait in limbo for Kell Brook and Eddie to make up their mind. Well, it just tells you where the IBF have their what's the word? Their loyalties. I'm going to try and skip through this. Yeah, Eggington versus Malignaggi, that great super fight that's coming to pay-per-view soon. Can't wait for it. Right.
50% is all you need.
Truth and Facts Boxing. Mr. Bow, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm great. Are we going to see your face tonight, or are we going to see just loads of pictures of great fighters?
Just for right now, look at the pictures of the great fighters, man.
Okay, great. So, did you hear about Angel Garcia and his tremendous rant at Mr. Thurman?
Yeah, I heard. I actually watched the somebody was streaming the presser live when it was going on.
Okay, and what's your reaction? Some people think that it was because he was just talking some street talk. I said, well, if it was street talk, why did he mention about illegal immigrants and use the N-word about 8 times?
Yeah. You know what? Oh, wow. This is going to be one of those, like, it's going to be one of them funny type of conversations to have.
Not really.
Listen,
not really.
Yeah,
I just finished doing an interview with Uncle James Ali Bashir, talking about racism in boxing. So we spoke about it only a few hours ago. We talked about the Black Hitler comment from Old Golden Boy and calling what's his name, Al Heyman scum, and calling him the N-word. So yeah, it's don't worry, viewers have already been warned that what sort of a conversation this is about tonight. So yeah, we're hitting it straight on.
Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Everyone can hear you.
Okay. Well, see, here's the thing. See, people got, first of all, Angel Garcia is Puerto Rican. And if you know anything about coaching and all that, Puerto Ricans have always considered themselves to be black. Like, that's like if you look at like some of the ball players and rappers, they've always considered themselves to be black, especially growing up in the hood. I've had Puerto Rican friends. I grew up around them. They even tell you that. I'm part Latino myself. But there's a difference between when someone's using that word in a negative tone that's hateful and hurtful, versus when someone's using that word just to be a hype man. But this is Angel Garcia. I think, in my opinion, okay, Angel Garcia does what he does to throw the other person off their game. He likes to get in their head and in their mind. I mean, is Angel Garcia, is what he did so different than Muhammad Ali hitting the gorilla, talking about when he was talking to George Frazier? Come on, gorilla, we in Manila, remember that? You know? So it was to get up underneath his skin. Now, did he go too far? That's the question. Did he go too far? Yes. An argument can be made that Angel Garcia went too far.
Okay.
But as far as, and this is just, go ahead.
Okay. Did he go too far? Now this is America we're talking. This is Donald Trump's coming in what, 2 days time, a day's time in America to become the new president of America. Yeah. We've had his rhetoric on what he thinks about blacks, Hispanics, and all the rest of it. Okay. And he's going to build a wall. Right. So you've got that from the president-elect. Then you've got this Angel Garcia actually calling president-elect and say, oh, yeah, where's Trump? Get Trump. I mean, and he's also saying there's too many illegals in the country. So not only, what about Espinosa sitting down there? Espinosa, where's Espinosa from?
Well, where's Angel Garcia from? He's, you know, you know what I'm saying? Where's Angel Garcia from? Robert Guerrero, you know, so that's why I said this is interesting, an interesting thing that to see, because Angel Garcia is what I like to refer to as, he's crazy, but there is a bit of a pattern of logic behind his craziness. You just have to see it. Now, again, is he right? Did he go too far? What I'll absolutely agree with you. He totally went too far. If we're not gonna allow, or we feel that the N-word is inappropriate, it shouldn't be used by anyone, regardless of whether they, you know, whether your whatever your background is. It shouldn't be used at all, period. And I get that. But to a certain degree, I understand it only because I grew up in that environment around Puerto Rican, so I kind of understand that thought process. But it's not right to be using on that kind of a stage. I get that.
Okay, hold on. So he says that Lou DiBella doesn't correct him. Espinosa says nothing to him. Nobody at that table says anything. So it's acceptable to speak to another fighter like that. So Keith Thurman should be, no fighter, whether they be black or white, have to deal with racist comments. And that weren't borderline, that was blatant racism.
No, I agree with you 100%, because everybody was up in arms when Kovalev had the shirt out there with the boy on there referring to Adonis Stevenson. So I agree with you 100%. That's why I said, from a standpoint of my experience, I understand where Angel Garcia is coming from. But is it right? Was it right? No, it was not right. It doesn't belong there. Because
okay. If Lou DiBella, who's actually the promoter, who was actually standing up on the microphone, main man, the focus is on. How did he react? Oh, let's bring Danny up now. So he's basically saying what you said is okay. It's okay to go and calling people the N-word.
Oh no, not just DiBella. There was nobody. There was nobody that tried to get that mic from him. I think somebody turned the mic off too, but there was nobody that was trying to get the mic from him, correct him, tell him to sit down. Nothing. There was nobody that did it. So you are absolutely correct. At some point, somebody, regardless of it, should have said, whoa, okay. Because then, you know, he started dropping the B word and all of that. So somebody should have been like, whoa. Okay. But again, and this ain't the first time. Remember when when Ruben Guerrero and Angel was going at it, they was dropping them same kind of slurs back and forth to each other.
In light of what's happened with Golden Boy and their emails, I mean, Golden Boy doing that, it's not a good look on Showtime. It's not a good look on Showtime. Or CBS, wherever it's going to be televised, it's not a good look. DiBella, as a promoter, did FA in the situation. He should have taken a stronger, a firmer grip of things. The show. Could you imagine? Hold on. Could you imagine that in the UK with Adam Smith sitting in that same spot for Sky Sports and Garcia saying that? in Britain.
No, but see, here's the thing. There's a double. See, here's where the double standard is, and I'm gonna call it. It's the double standard. Here's where the thing where the double standard is. Because Angel Garcia is known for doing something like this, there's gonna be a lot of people. There's gonna be people that's gonna shrug it off because they're like, hey, that's just Angel being Angel Garcia. But it still doesn't make it right, and that's where the double standard is. Because again, if we're gonna get upset over emails, then we should be upset whenever that word is used, regardless of who uses it.
Exactly. So what I'd like to see, just to teach that loudmouth a lesson, you know what? Okay, keep your comments. You can't train your fight. You can't be in the corner with your son come fight night.
Yeah. Well, I thought, wasn't there something in place by the WBC about that?
Well, he was waving and he was waving the WBC around as well. And guess what? The president of the WBC is Mexican, which is Mauricio Sullivan. I'd like to know what Mauricio Sullivan would think of Garcia's comments about illegal immigrants. Too many of them in the US.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, too. Again, go back to that when Danny and Robert fought, and Ruben and Angel was going at it. They was dropping racial slurs, and Mauricio Sullivan was there in the first place. Then you had Angel Garcia with the belt. I'm the champ now. I'm the champ now. I mean, it was, you know, he was just trying to sell it. But again, he really, in my opinion, yeah, you sold the fight, but the way you did it was kind of overboard.
And how will black fighters look at Danny Garcia, or more so his dad now? Or will they just look it off and say, well, that's just him?
That's where that double standard comes into place, because there's a lot of them. And I've already seen it in some of the rooms already. There's a lot of them that's writing it off like, oh, that's just Angel. That's just Angel Garcia, man. You know, that's how he is. He's from Philly. He's from the hood of Philly and stuff like that. So
no.
It's already happening.
So basically, he's got obliged to start being racial with people. Okay, fine.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. It's a double standard. It's not one that I like.
It's not on. It's not on. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. That's it. It's just not right. Simple as.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. It's not right, because we can't get angry, but it's like I said, people got angry at Kovalev for what he said. There are people that get angry at Bob. Remember Bob Aarons? We're talking about UFC fighters, a bunch of skinheads and stuff like that. There's people that got angry about that. So we can't pick and choose what to be angry about. If we say don't say it, then it should be don't say it. I agree with you.
It's not on. Not on. All right. I don't want to stay too long on here tonight, because just basically talking about the reaction to Thurman versus Thurman Garcia press conference, also announcing the new explosive interview from Uncle James Ali Bashir, following up from yesterday's interview with him. He's come back and he's got an even more explosive thing to say. Talks about his new heavyweight that he's been working with secretly in Ukraine. Talks about the South African heavyweight, 6'10" heavyweight he'll be working with in South Africa. Talks about the potential of Usyk fighting again shortly, and why he probably won't be fighting on the Garcia and the GGG Jacobs bill. There's lots of stuff like that. He also responds about the Amir Khan sex tape. And did you manage to see anything or hear anything about that, Bo?
No, oh wow, the only reason why I haven't talked about it, I could be wrong. I just don't feel like that has nothing to do with boxing. So I kind of, I'm kind of torn in between, talking about it, not talking about it, because I just really feel like, listen, that has nothing to do with boxing. That's personal. But when you're a fighter, I guess anything you do is gonna have that, that kind of talk. Okay,
I did an interview with Uncle Ali Bashir. Okay, that got close to 500 views. Okay, I did this short story about Amir Khan and the tape that went viral, and I've got up to almost 20,000 views on the interview, on the video. Yeah, I did a video. I did a Martin Luther King video. Okay, 2 Martin Luther King tribute videos.
man. Good job. I loved it. I loved it. I saw it.
Right, and they got barely 100 views. Yeah, this story of Amir Khan gets almost 20,000 views. Work that one out for me.
I did. I interviewed a fighter and a trainer,
Yes.
and I think I got like 200-300 views.
Okay.
And I broke down Gennady Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs, and I got over 50. I got over 1,500 views. So, you know, like you said, man, it's the world we live in today. You know.
Yes, I guess so. I guess so. So I hope you enjoy the latest interview of Uncle Ali Bashir. It's probably his most explosive yet since I've known him. And,
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah.
You know, Uncle James, you know, he's not scared. You know, he don't bite his tongue.
No, he doesn't bite his tongue. I said, can you imagine you being on Showtime or HBO? He says, I'm going to call it straight as it is. And he does a fantastic impersonation of Emmanuel Stewart. So if anything, check out the interview just for that. Fantastic interview. I thought it was Emmanuel Stewart right in front of me.
Let me ask you one question before you go, man.
Yes.
Billy Joe Saunders.
Oh, he's with Adam Booth. Yes, go ahead.
What's going on with Billy Joe?
He's joined up with Adam Booth. So Adam Booth teaches guys how not to get hit.
Okay. Because he was we don't know who his next opponent is. He say he has one coming up soon, but we don't know who it is.
Don't know. Peter Fury's got some press conference maybe coming up soon as well to announce a fight. It'll probably be Huey Fury, I can only assume. But we'll see.
Fury?
I think
And,
Huey Fury.
What's your take on Eddie Hearn's trying to push Luis Ortiz towards Big Baby Miller?
Ask yourself the question: Is it in the agenda for Luis Ortiz to be any closer to the WBA title? And if so, why or why not?
That's what we talked about. That, in my opinion, I already know what this is. Big Baby Miller is ranked number 4 by the WBO.
Okay.
So he fights Big Baby Miller and beats Big Baby Miller. That puts him in line for that title over on that side instead of being in line for because the winner of this Klitschko and Anthony Joshua fight is supposed to be fighting.
What about the Briggs fight?
Shannon Briggs is the Briggs and Fairs Okendo fight.
Mm-hmm. The winner of that.
You know, that's a mystery to me because Luis Ortiz should be in that fight.
Right. So then why is Hearn not pushing Ortiz to fight the winner?
You know why?
Why?
Because if you hold that belt, that puts you in direct line of sight for that super belt, that big baby belt right there, Jack. And if Anthony Joshua wins and beats Vladimir, then that's the matchup that we're gonna have to get.
Well, are they going to have to give that matchup? Let's be honest. They have to fight Errol Spence. We're still waiting for that fight to happen. So,
yeah, that's well. You know what? Hold on. I got to turn my camera on. I hope I don't get in trouble. Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
All right, hold on. Let me do it, man. Let me do it right quick.
Okay, go.
I mean, we do. We know, we know what it is, but it's. I said this when Eddie Hearn signed Luis Ortiz. I said, this is to keep Luis Ortiz from going after Anthony Joshua. And I said that back when he signed him. And I knew it.
So he wants him to go and fight Big Baby Miller. Get him out of the way.
Actually, it's a good fight though when you think about it. Big Baby Miller's a big guy who can crack.
Why? Why is it a good fight? Give me 3 good reasons why it's a good fight.
Big Baby Miller is undefeated. He's a well-known American heavyweight, and is, and he can crack. He can.
So,
He's
so,
crack.
so.
Those are 3 good reasons.
Okay, I'll give you 3 good reasons why he shouldn't fight him. He has fought nobody. He's fought nobody, and he's fought nobody.
Okay, but wait though. He's fought nobody, but he's ranked number 4 by the WBO.
Callum Smith's fought nobody. He's ranked number 1. Mandatory challenger for the WBC Championship of the world. And your point. And your point.
But my point is though, you can't say, well, he's fought nobody. He's fought nobody.
That's it. Close. Fought nobody, and you are opening the door for Eddie Hearn to be able to reel off another line of BS. Also, should be fighting and should be either fighting for a World Heavyweight Championship or on the verge of fighting for a World Heavyweight Championship. With all due respect, Baby Miller has fought nobody. Absolutely nobody. Nobody.
Big Baby Miller
has fought nobody.
I mean, actually, okay, let me ask you this then. Do you feel that Joseph Parker hasn't fought anybody?
Joseph Parker just beat Andy Ruiz. Can Big Baby Miller beat Andy Ruiz? Ask me that question.
Yeah, I think he can.
Okay, let him fight Andy Ruiz then. Let him fight Andy Ruiz.
Okay. But even Andy, come on, let Luis Ortiz fight Andy Ruiz?
No.
So let Big Baby Miller fight Andy Ruiz?
Yeah, let him fight Andy Ruiz. Him, yes.
Yeah. Even though Andy Ruiz just came off of a loss, but it wasn't a bad loss. It was still a if
that fight had been anywhere else in the world than Joseph Parker's bedroom, he may have had a better chance of winning.
I agree, because I actually had Andy Ruiz winning that fight.
There you go.
Andy Ruiz won that fight. So
there you go.
If Big Baby Miller fight Andy Ruiz, yeah.
Oh, he said he can. He said he can crack. Who's he knocked out? Truth and Facts Boxing. Who's he knocked out?
Who?
Your boy, Big Baby Miller.
Oh, his knockout ratio isn't. I mean, he doesn't have the great one-punch knockout power. He needs an accumulation of punches. But
Truth and some Facts Boxing. See, the fact of the matter is, he's not ready for Luis Ortiz. He's not ready for Luis Ortiz. He fought nobody, right? Luis Ortiz. Say what you want about Luis Ortiz. He's fought, and you know I'm one of Ortiz's biggest critics here, but I'm defending him.
Okay.
Tony Thompson, Malik Scott. Who else did he fight? Bright Jennings. Who else has he fought? Dave Allen.
David Allen. That was a fight that never should have took place.
Okay, it should never have taken place, but nonetheless, those are the guys Luis Ortiz has fought. He hasn't even fought a Malik Scott, or he's fought a Tony Thompson. I'm not saying that Ortiz has fought the best fighters in the world, but he's fought a steady, until he met Eddie Hearn, trained to fight his world title.
He's fought better competition than Big Baby Miller.
And he was number 1 contender. He was number 1 contender for the WBA title.
And the WBA interim champion too.
Right, and he's WBA interim champ. So how the hell should he now have to fight Big Baby Miller, who's done zero, zilch, nothing, niente in the heavyweight division? No.
Oh, okay. But now I'm glad you did that, because see, there's a method to my madness. I got you to finally admit Luis Ortiz is worth something.
No, I didn't say he wasn't worth something, but truth and some madness. That's what I'm going to call it now, because I got changed it from 2017. Truth and some madness. There is absolutely no reason whatsoever this fight should be sold between Luis Ortiz and Big Baby Miller. It's a good fight. It's a good fight if you've got no interest in Luis Ortiz becoming world heavyweight champion.
Well, it's also a good fight if you're trying to keep Luis Ortiz busy too.
Oh, I tell you, keep him busy. You keep him busy. Fight Fresequendo. That's keeping him busy.
Well, Fresequendo is set to fight Briggs, so you got to get a fight in between then.
Okay,
maybe after that they'll work something out, and the winner.
Is that fight signed, or is that just talk?
Oh no, that fight is signed.
Okay, when's the date? When's the date?
Oh, I forgot the date because I actually spoke with Fres Okendo.
Oh, you see, what's your best friend, isn't he?
Oh, see, there you go, doing that EJ from the Gods of Boxing stuff, right?
That's your best friend, isn't it?
Hey, we go back to the amateur days. That's my boy. I'm not really from. That's my boy, man. We go back to the amateur days.
Why is he still boxing?
I don't know, and I don't know, but I will tell you this. And when I had a chance to talk to Fez,
he's in the best shape of his life. Tell me, guys, he's in the best shape in his life, and he's ready to become heavyweight champion of the world again. Now, tell me, and he's going to shock the world.
I feel, and me and Fez talk. We didn't get a chance to talk very long, but I feel that if Fez Okendo don't win this fight, man, he needs to retire.
Some would argue and say he should retire already and let Luis Ortiz and Shannon Briggs fight. Now, there's a fight that should be made.
Luis Ortiz and Shannon Briggs.
Now we're talking.
Shannon Briggs is how old though? He's older than Fez Okendo. He's 44.
He's gonna knock Fez Okendo into tomorrow. Don't worry about that.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay. I tell you what, when Fez Okendo wins,
he ain't winning nothing, man. He ain't passing wins. That's what he's doing. He ain't winning nothing. He's not winning, man. He's not winning.
A Team Okendo shirt, and I want you to wear it on your show.
Yeah, but he won't win it. He won't win it.
Okay, he's gonna win it, man.
He's facing one of the biggest punches in heavyweight history. All right, he's not winning that fight.
Who's the biggest puncher in heavyweight history? Shannon Briggs.
He's one of the biggest punches in heavyweight history.
Okay.
Are you're disagreeing with me on that?
No, he is one of the biggest punches. I'll give you that.
Oh, you're not sure? You're not sure about that?
No, he is. He's one of the biggest punches, right? Because he's an active fighter, and
I think he's got the most first round knockout wins in heavyweight history. I think.
Okay, I'm about to say I don't know that one, but you could be right. You could be right. You very well could be right.
But don't worry about that. He'll knock out Fez Okendo. Don't worry about that. He'll knock Fez Okendo out. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Sorry, mate. I know he's your mate and everything, but he'll knock him out. Don't worry about that.
I'm going to send you a Team Okendo shirt, and I want you to wear it.
I will do. I swear I will wear the T-shirt if he becomes world heavyweight champion. And I will get on the phone myself personally, and I will say, Fres, I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry that I dismissed you. But I just gonna get destroyed. I'm sorry. When's the last time when's the last time Fez Okendo fought, by the way?
What'd you say?
When's the last time he fought?
You say what are they fighting for?
But when's the last time he fought, Fez Okendo?
2 years ago when he fought Shagayev.
What happened?
He got robbed. Actually, they gave it to Shagayev, but Fez Okendo really won that fight. They gave a bad decision to Shagayev. He hasn't fought since then. That was 2 years ago.
Okay. Briggs will clean him. How old is he now?
Fez is. Oof. I don't want to say because then I'll be telling my age.
He must be close to 50.
That Fez Okendo, I believe, is 42, 43.
Oh well, he's been around a long time.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
And when I think Fez Okendo, I think Holyfield should still be fighting. That's what I think. Fez Okendo. I think Holyfield.
There you go, man. There you go.
I start thinking Burt Cooper.
Oh, now you're getting personal. Now you're getting...
I thought Fez Okendo was older than Shannon Briggs, but he obviously wasn't. So.
Now, see, now you're getting personal.
No. I'm teasing you. No, in all honesty, I hope he gives it his best shot against Shannon Briggs. In all seriousness, I hope he gives it his best shot against Shannon Briggs, and I hope he gives Shannon Briggs a good fight.
If he does, like I said, I sent him a message. I told him, listen, man, I think this is his third chance at a title. Remember, he fought Chris Bird and had a bad decision in that fight. So I told him, this is the third chance at a title, man. This is it for you right here. You got to do it. And But I honestly feel that if he doesn't win, he should retire. He really should.
Somebody asked, who's this guy? And then Charlie Cutting says, truth and facts boxing. And then the guy says, cool. And then he says, casual. And he says, easy.
Okay, I'm glad he feels that way. I'm glad he feels that way. I've never known Bayloric TV to have a casual on the show, but okay.
Well, guess what? There's a new term. It's not a casual. It's a super casual now.
Oh, okay.
Super casual is a new term. It was born by Russell Hartley tonight. So when I let that interview go, I think you'll catch some good laughs from that as well. But what can I say to you? I hope Fraser Kendall does well, but he's one of those fighters that I'd rather see the back of than the front of, to be honest. No disrespect. He's just one of those guys that, like Bruce Seldon. It's like one of those fighters, He's
got some mileage on him, man. He's got some really hard mileage on him, too.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so
the one thing. Wasn't
he ever world champion? Fraser Kendall. Wasn't he world champion?
No, I don't think Fraser Kendall ever won a title. He might have won. He might have won one of those international type titles or something like that.
Okay, who's he fought for the world title?
I don't know because, like I said, I know he fought Chris Bird.
That's your friend, mate. You should know. If you can't even tell me who is your mate and you don't know what world titles he's fought for, come on, man.
I don't. I'm not gonna even sit there and lie to you. I don't know.
That's your mate. That's your mate, and you don't know who he fought.
I don't. Look, he fought Chris Bird. He fought Chris Bird for a title. He got
Chris Bird for a title. Do you know how long ago that was?
Then he fought David Tua
David Tua. I told you. You might just bring in Burt Cooper as well.
And David Tua, he was winning that fight, but he lost focus in the very last round, minute to go, and got knocked out. I know he fought Shagayev, and that was a fight that he got robbed in. So,
how do you think? Honestly, how do you think this Shannon Briggs fight is going to go?
See, the one thing about Fraser is his chin can betray him.
Uh-oh. He says, wait, I'm not calling Bo a casual. He knows a lot. Oh, then I must be the casual then. Maybe I'm the casual.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm the casual.
You know what? I don't even get upset. Like, you know what? A lot of times, I think as people who do these shows and everything like that, I think sometimes like, when you read people comments, you really can't see their face until the nature of the comment. That's I don't get upset all the time.
What do you make of this big thing about the WBC and Badou Jack giving up the title and Callum Smith being the #1 contender? I'd love to see him fight Andre Dirrell. Oh, I'd love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Oh my God.
Badou Jack has vacated that belt.
Yeah, he vacated it.
Huh?
He's vacated the belt.
No, he's already vacated. I got word earlier today. Actually, I actually got word at 8 o'clock in the morning that he was going to vacate. Then later on, they confirmed with me that he did vacate.
I'm glad. I would love to see Callum Smith versus Andre Dirrell. Oh my God, I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Oh my God, I'd love to see that fight.
You know what, man? Oh, I heard that Jared Hurd was scheduled to fight Harrison, I think, for the IBF title.
Who?
Jared Hurd.
Really? Against my boy Tony Harrison?
Yes.
We'll have to have a word with Tony then, see how he's doing.
Yeah, have a word with him, baby.
That boy's got skills to burn, you know that.
Yeah, he do, but Jared Hurd is he's a beast. So
I heard your boy Laura might fight Charlo, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I talked to one of the kids down there, Mundo Boxing in Miami. And they said, Laura's been told he's got to make some kind of move this year. He's got to fight. He's got to have a big fight. So it's either going to be Lara or Andrade that he might wind up fighting sometime this year.
I hope he fights Andrade because Andrade is my boy. So I want him to fight Andrade.
So yeah, he's definitely aware that he has to have a big fight.
Oh, Charlie Cutting says, I'm calling the guy who asked Bo is the casual. Yeah, he says, I like you both guys, says Charlie Cutting. So he's calling the guy that came in the room a casual.
Okay. See, that's why I told you I don't really get upset when you hear them comments because you don't really know, the nature of them sometimes. So
Hey, listen, back to the Callum Smith thing. Let me make something very categorically clear. I'm sick and tired of hearing how Callum Smith is the best prospect in world boxing, that he is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it's not Jesus Christ that's coming back. It's Callum Smith, right? Understand something. Callum Smith has fought nobody in the top 20, yet somehow he is the best in the world, the best super middleweight going. And he's going to unify the division. I don't know what division he's unifying, but he's certainly not unifying any division with Joe Gallagher in his corner. No. How many fighters has Joe Gallagher? How many fighters has Joe Gallagher lost in terms of world belts? Has Joe Gallagher lost? And fighters have lost fights in the last 6 to 8 months. Scott Quigg lost his world title. Liam Smith lost his world title. Jose Burton got knocked out. Can we keep going?
No, you can actually start right there because those are probably the most recognizable names you just used.
But hold on a second. Crawler got beat.
That's right. He lost to Jorge Linares.
Can we keep going? What the hell? What the hell is Joe Gallagher coming to America to scout on Jack and DeGale? What the hell is he scouting for? He can't tell his guys losing a fight 6 rounds down, and he has to look to the Sky commentary team to discover his fighters losing. He can't understand it there. How the hell is he going to know, going across America, sitting how many rows back, watching Jack and DeGale fight, how he's going to assess the fighter? His fighters all fight the damn same way. No head movement. Keep your hand, tuck yourself up tight. Walking straight lines, and as soon as you get somebody to rope, left hook to the body.
You know what I find interesting is this though. All the things that you just said, and you're correct. How does someone like that continue to get fighters to train?
Jesus Christ. That guy is unbelievable. He's back out in America again for the Frampton fight. He's going to scout. He's now going out to the Frampton fight because Joe Gallagher this time is going to be scouting on Carl Frampton for Scott Quigg. What is there to scout? I don't get it. Joe Gallagher said, quoted as saying, his gym is reminiscent of the Crunk gym.
Say what? Now that's funny. What world champion what Tommy Hearns like person he ever had come out of it?
And he said that if he had Paul Smith earlier in his career, Paul Smith would have gone on to be a world champion.
Say what? Paul Smith. Paul Smith. Talking about the same Paul Smith that got walked by Andre Ward? That Paul Smith?
In a recent interview, according to a recent interview, Mr. P. O'Neill says, in a recent interview, Gallagher mentioned in 2016 was a good year for the gym. LOL, crazy guy. Yeah, a good year for the gym. All his fighters got whooped.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly. Dear. Oh, exactly. Dear.
Exactly.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Listen, Joe Gallagher wants to avoid me. He definitely wants to avoid me because if I ever get a chance to get a microphone on him, he's getting ripped to shreds. He definitely get ripped to shreds. If I get a microphone on him, because he's got to justify how many times has he put guys in losing. People have lost fights because of his poor tactics.
Yeah, listen, I'll be the first one to tell you this. Outside the fact that Canelo Alvarez never should have been fighting Liam Smith, but there's no way I would have even accepted that fight as a trainer. I would not have even accepted that fight as a trainer. Number one, because you know Canelo Alvarez will come fight night is going to come in a ton of pounds overweight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and number two, from a skill set, from a just a straight skill set, Liam Smith was nowhere near on the skill level or the experience level of Canelo Alvarez. So that was bad going into that fight. The Paul Smith fight, same thing. I know he wasn't in his corner, but Andre Ward. Now, granted, Andre Ward was coming back, but you took a fight with one of probably the best, most technical fighters there is. You took this fight. You couldn't even make weight. They adjusted the weight for you twice. Again, you was put in a losing position. Now you got, like you said, Callum Smith, who they're trying to put up against Bandu Jack, but if he don't get Bandu Jack, he might wind up fighting one of the Darrell brothers.
He's going to get smashed by Darrell. He's going to get smashed by. He's going to get absolutely smashed by Darrell. And I want him to get smashed by Darrell. I want it to be live on Sky. I want his brother to be watching, and I want his brother to be commentating on the fight. I want him to get smashed to bits. Absolutely.
So Ingram, tell us how you really feel.
I don't like hype. I don't like hype when it's no substance behind it. Okay. I don't like people trying to take me for a fool. I don't like it. I mean, okay, I've been taken for a fool before, right? But that was good. What you're trying to sell me with Callum Smith being the best super middleweight in the world, the best prospect in world boxing. What?
That's true. You know what? Now, like this, like here, like for this right here, like when I talk about Golovkin, I tell people that there's nothing about Gennady Golovkin's resume that tells me he's a top 5 pound for pound guy.
There you go.
But he is. But now I do have him in my top 10 pound for pound list. But you see the skill level. You see that skill set level of Gennady Golovkin. And although he has Murphy, he has Gill, and those are names. But when you look at Callum Smith, there's nothing about Callum Smith that says those things.
What it is when you're watching. That's why I immediately switch over to Showtime. What I don't like is when I'm sitting down to watch boxing, and you've got this Sky people that follow Joe Gallagher. Joe Gallagher's in the arena. So what? Joe Gallagher's in the arena, and he's scouting. He's here to scout to see what Callum Smith, his next opponent, could possibly be. I don't give a damn what Joe Gallagher thinks. I don't want to know. Guy's a loser trainer. I don't want to know. But somehow, somewhere, Sky think I want to know, and everyone in Britain wants to know about Joe Gallagher and Callum Smith. Why don't you take us around and talk to some people who actually know something about boxing? Talk to some legends in boxing. And that don't mean Floyd Mayweather. Talk to some legends in boxing. People who've, come out and see the big fights. Spend some time talking to them. No, we've got to watch Joe Gallagher's sick face and Callum Smith to hear what they're going to do and how they're going to dominate world boxing. Really?
Well, they got to say something, man. I mean,
say nothing. Do it. Just do it. Say nothing. Say nothing. How dare you comment on Badu Jack and DeGale? Both of those guys are fought guys in the top 5. Both of them.
Well, no, dude, I give you better. Both of these guys have taken early losses in their careers, and they was pretty much wrote off and came back.
Yeah. Two guys at the top, unifying the division. WBA and IBF champion fighting. This joker's come along who's not fought anybody in the top 10, nobody in the top 20. Don't give me Rocky Fielding. Nobody in the top 20, and yet he's there. Like he's some bad man. What? No, sorry. No, sorry. And to seal it all off, Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year. Not Freddie Roach, not Abel Sanchez, not Peter Fury, who had Tyson become world heavyweight champion and had Hughie Fury at what 20-0, and Con Sheehan. Not Peter Fury, no, who've just have gone to Germany and won the world heavyweight championship. Not Peter Fury, no. Joe Gallagher, Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year. Why?
Not. They had not.
You ask me why I'm furious.
Wow, Joe Gallagher was Ring Magazine trainer. Well, because he fed his fighters to Oscar De La Hoya. That's why.
And I bet I don't want to see. Well, we won't see it. Thank goodness. It's Paul Smith versus Callum Smith for the WBC eliminator. I hope that eliminator is against Durrell. I really do. I really do hope it's for the eliminator for the. I really hope it's some like him. I tell you who else I wouldn't mind. I tell you who I'd rather him fight. Not Durrell. Porky Medina. I'd love him to fight Porky Medina. Oh man, see that body get some work. Get body from Medina, put him against the ropes and put that body work in. Bring the arms down, and then and then that stupid left hook he likes to throw to the body, and Medina look and laugh at him, and then start. You know, Medina kind of reminds me of the Maidan of the super middleweight division. I like Porky Medina. I like him.
I actually thought Porky Medina won that fight against DeGale. I thought he won that fight, man. You can make an argument that, yeah, if he fights Porky Medina, he's gonna nah.
I love Porky Medina. I would love to see that fight. Oh, more I'd see that fight. Porky Medina versus Callum Smith. Do you know this piece of information here? I bet you don't know. When Ramirez won the WBO title back in 2015, 2016, he offered Callum Smith first shot at WBO title. Bob Arum offered them the fight.
They sure did. I remember that, and they didn't take the fight. I remember that.
And this is the guy who's going to dominate the division.
I remember that. They sure did, and they didn't take the fight. And Ramirez was kind of green himself. But Ramirez had beat, even if you look at Ramirez had beat Arthur Abrams. In the fight.
Well, okay. Adonis Stevenson, from what I heard, Adonis Stevenson's got a mandatory first. Adonis Stevenson's got to fight the guy who fought on the undercard of Adonis Stevenson's last knockout win. So whoever that guy was on the undercard, and he looked quite decent, is going to fight Adonis Stevenson next. And then after that fight, Joe Smith will probably fight Adonis Stevenson. I can't see Bute fighting Adonis Stevenson, to be honest. And if he does fight Adonis Stevenson, it's night for Bute.
I hope Joe Smith knocks Adonis Stevenson out. Adonis Stevenson makes me so angry.
I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I'm the WBC. I'm the Ring Magazine champion. I'm the champion.
He makes me so freaking angry, man. First of all, look, Adonis Stevens fighting Joe Smith to me, him fighting Joe Smith to me is a joke. He's just trying to fight somebody who's the flavor of the month because he can fight Joe Smith and get away and say, look, I fought this dude that that. Y'all all like him.
Alvarez versus Bute, that is. Alvarez might fight Bute.
Yeah, Adonis originally was slated to fight Alvarez. And then he set his sights on Joe Smith. And I'm saying this right now. I'm going to say this. I want Joe Smith to knock him stupid. I want him to knock Adonis stupid. Knock him, and then hopefully we'll never see his punk ass ever again. Adonis Stevens has pissed me off so bad. He's had every opportunity to prove himself. You got Arthur Beterbiev. You got a lot of other dudes up there you could fight instead of some Joe Smith, man. Yeah, let's go. You got a lot of other guys you can fight instead of Joe Smith, man. This, in my opinion, he's just going after what he thinks is an easy path. You know, lower risk but a higher reward because everybody's high on Joe Smith right now, and that's why he wants to fight him. And I hope Joe Smith knocks him stupid.
Wow, I can tell that you love Adonis Stevenson. I can tell that you definitely want you're going to see Adonis Stevenson's next fight. And I'm sure that when I get on probably get an interview of Adonis Stevenson, I can get you on the call and you can tell him how much you think he's a great fighter. What do you think, Bo?
Yeah, I don't think you want me on that show if you get Adonis Stevens on there. I'm gonna hit it with the facts. Hold on, answer me this. What has Adonis Stevens done? Honest to God, what has he done after beating Chad Dawson? What has he done from a fighting quality fighter standpoint? What has he done?
It might be the curse of the WBC title because Deontay Wilder's fought nobody since he won the world title. It might just be the WBC curse. Who knows?
I mean, it very well could be, but wait, and listen. Deontay Wilder fought Spilker. Spilker was number 3. Okay. He was trying to fight Povetkin. Okay. Adonis Stevens. At no point in time, man, who has he tried to really deep down, who has he tried to fight? And I know everybody says, well, Kovalev and them pulled out of the purse bid. But before that purse bid, there were 2 other times Adonis Stevens jacked it up. So, I mean, look, yeah, he won a belt. He's babysitting that belt. He fought Thomas Williams Jr., and I remember seeing that fight, and I'm like, you're fighting a guy that went life or death with Edgar Rodriguez, who neither one of these dudes had any. That was no skill.
Hold on. He fought Fonfara. Fonfara went on and beat Nathan Cleverly, didn't he?
Right. He fought Fonfara.
So? He fought Fonfara. So?
And wait a minute, who knocked out Fonfara?
Joe Smith.
Okay, so.
But Joe Smith also knocked out Bernard Hopkins.
50, right. So Joe Smith did something Stevens couldn't do. Stevens didn't knock out Fonfara. And for some reason, Stevens did not fight Bernard Hopkins. I would have even accepted if Stevens would have fought Bernard Hopkins, which that fight was.
So wait. So if he fights Joe Smith, then is that acceptable for you?
No, I actually would like to see Adonis Stevens fight Artur Beterbiev, to be honest.
Well, hold on. Didn't Kovalev want to fight Beterbiev for whatever his name is? But I thought Kovalev didn't want any of that either. Kovalev didn't want any of Arthur Beterbiev either. Nobody wants anything of Beterbiev, to be honest with you.
No, they don't. They
don't. Nobody particularly wants to face him. Did you blame them?
Arthur Beterbiev is a beast, but I'll put it like this: if Kovalev did Kovalev them, because I did hear something about that. I'll be honest with you. I heard something about that Beterbiev was supposed to have been next for Kovalev, but somehow, some way or the other, that fight didn't go through. So I did hear something about it.
Beat Kovalev for the amateurs, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
There you go. So that's not a fight that I think Kovalev will be chasing.
But ever since winning the title, man, who has Adonis Stevens, honest to God, who has Adonis Stevens really, what has he done since winning that title, man? Honest to God, what has he done? If he's made an attempt to fight somebody, okay, and the fight didn't happen, okay, I get that. He's made no attempt to fight.
Okay.
Nobody.
Truth and facts boxing. Let's have a look and see. Best way to do it in terms of who he's fought. I don't like doing this, but for this particular situation, Adonis Stevenson, ranked number 1 in Canada, ranked number 3 in the world. He's enrolled in Nevada.
Yeah.
He's got 79% knockout ratio.
Okay.
He's WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. His alias is Superman.
Right.
Okay. Right, here we go. Here we go. Let's look at the record of. So first of all, hold on. Well, first of all, he KO'd Darnell Boone.
Yeah,
So he
but
got revenge over Darnell Boone. He got revenge over Darnell Boone first and foremost. Then he went and fought Chad Dawson. Hold on. Then he knocked out Chad Dawson.
okay.
Then he beat Tavoris Clark. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. He fought Dawson, Cloud, Bellew, Fonfara, Beaker. So hold on. Let's look at this. Dawson, former world champion, number one. Tavoris Clark was a former world champion. He only lost one fight before that. Bellew lost one fight, now current WBC cruiserweight champion of the world. Fonfara beat Nathan Cleverly, who now is the WBO light heavyweight champion of WBA light heavyweight champion of the world. Shizuski, he knocked him out. Sakia Bika, well, nobody's knocked out Sakia Bika. Carpensi, who was 25-4, and then he fought Thomas Williams, who was unbeaten. So he's fought,
with the exception of Dawson, the rest of them dudes were C-level fighters.
No, so Tavoris Cloud was a C-level fighter.
Cloud and Mob, I was never high on Tavoris.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Never high on Tavoris Cloud. So even if I give him Tavoris Cloud, Tavoris Cloud is a C, B- level fighter at best. I was never high on Tavoris Cloud. I gave him Chad Dawson. Sakio Bika, C-level fighter. Fonfara, C-level fighter. Kopansky, C-level fighter.
Wait. Tavoris Cloud, okay? He beat Clinton Woods back in the day. Clinton was a good champion. He beat Glenn Johnson, unanimous point decision. He beat Yusuf Mack, whatever you want to think about that. He beat Gabriel Campello. Then he lost to Hopkins, Stevenson, and Berbatov.
Right. Tavoris Cloud, the guys that Tavoris Cloud beat were not that good either. Glenn Johnson was not the most skillful dude, and he struggled with him. Tavoris Cloud's skill set is not. See, when I call guys C level and B level, I'm not just talking about their wins. I'm talking about their skill set also as well.
Tony Bellew?
You really? Are you serious? Are you serious? Tony Bellew? Really?
Chilembe? He beat Chilembe. Who same Chilembe who Kovalev struggled against, may I just say.
Yeah, right. Chilemba is a good fighter. Chilemba is decent. But again,
Nathan Cleverly, current WBA champion.
C-level fighters, man. These dudes are C-level fighters.
Makabu.
Who?
Makabu.
I don't even know who that is, man.
Makabu is the guy. I'll tell you who Makabu is. Makabu fought Inchuno, who just fought what's his name? Who just fought what's the boy? Alexander Usyk.
You talking about Makabu fought that guy
and knocked that guy out. Yeah.
Yeah, Usyk knocked him out.
Usyk knocked him out, but that same guy, Makabu, knocked this guy out. The guy, and that guy, that Manchuno, beat Eddie Chambers. Thought I'd let you know that as well. Whatever you think of Eddie Chambers.
No, Eddie Chambers, the one that got flattened by Vladimir Klitschko.
That was a long time ago.
Huh?
That was a long time ago, but yeah, I get your point.
Yeah, but I'm saying he hadn't been in the ring with Vladimir. See, the thing with heavyweights is all you got to do is have a punch to be a heavyweight. And if you get five...
Okay. Sullivan Barrera, where is he ranked? Is he A level, B level, C level, D level?
Sullivan Barrera?
Yeah.
Sullivan Barrera is a solid B-level fighter. Now, if Adonis Stevenson fight him and beat him, okay, I give him all the credit in the world for that.
Why the hell does he have to fight Sullivan Barrera?
Sullivan Barrera just got through beating that what you call it guy? Was it Shabransky?
Sullivan Barrera got his ass handed to him by Andre Ward, did he not?
Everybody's gotten their ass handed to him by Andre Ward except for Kovalev.
Right, okay, let me get Sullivan Barrera up, because I'm sure. Let me get Sullivan Barrera up. Let me get Sullivan Barrera up a second.
Barrera's skill set level. I'm talking about his skill set level is
no. You just call people B and C level fighters. Let me get Sullivan Barrera up. Let me look at his record.
look at their skill set.
No, skill set's got to do with nothing to do with record.
No,
I could tell you what. Well, I think it's subjective. I could say Paul Smith's got boxing skills. I can say that to you.
I just don't look at fighters' record. I also look at.
I know that you've got bias against Cuban fighters as it is already, but anyway. Well, he's ranked 14th in the world, number 1 in Cuba. Okay, but let's look at the great Sullivan Barrera. Let's look at his record. I didn't say he was. Oh no! Hold on. Wait. Let me look at his record. Let me see if there's any names on his record. Oh right, Jeff Lacey.
Okay. Keep going.
He beat Jeff Lacey.
Okay.
And he Kara Murat.
Yep.
Beat him. Lost to Andre Ward.
Okay.
And then he got a knockout win over a guy, very good one, knockout winner against an unbeaten guy, 17-0.
I just said that, Shabransky. Shabransky will beat Missy Gonzalez.
But he was ranked 33 in the world, 2 in the Ukraine.
Who?
The guy he got beat. But okay, that guy, if we go on that guy, we'll look at his record.
Okay.
He beat Derek Finley, who had a record of 23 fights, 18 wins. Yeah. Well, he fought one unbeaten guy in his record, who was 11-0. But other than that, Sullivan Barrera was his best opponent.
Okay. But, hold on, wait a minute. They were scouting Shabransky as to be in the mix to challenge for a title. And Shabransky, when he beat Missy Gonzalez, and I say this again, his skill set is that many people look at him and say, this guy is pretty good. Barrera beats him. And you say he beat Murat. And then the only thing to really blow Barrera out is Andre Ward, who blew out.
Some guy in here says, I could have beaten Jeff Lacey.
Let me say this right now. Can you hear me? Let me say this right here, right now. Jeff Lacey was never the same Jeff Lacey after Joe Calzaghe beat him. And I knew Joe Calzaghe was going to beat Jeff Lacey because Jeff Lacey was all hype, in my opinion, at that time. Jeff Lacey was hype, and I knew. Wait.
Why are you talking about hype? Sullivan Barrera was meant to be the next coming of whatever. He was a great fighter before Andre Ward beat him.
Sullivan Barrera was not a fighter. I never said that. I don't know who said that. That didn't come from me. I said Sullivan Barrera, he was ranked number 1. He was a solid beat. He was a great fighter.
Well, anyway. Charlie Cutting says Adonis Stevenson's resume is better than Gennady Golovkin's. What does that tell you? And actually, he's got a better record than Luis Ortiz. I knew you'd go quiet. Then.
No. I agree with you on that one.
And actually, I could argue and say he's got a better record he's got a better resume than Lara.
A better resume?
Because Adonis Stevenson fought the best guy in the division and knocked him clean out in a round. Has Lara done that?
No, but you said resume. Resume is not about wins and losses. It's who you have on your resume.
Well, okay. Has Lara beat the best guy in his division? Convincingly.
Has Lara beat the best guy in his division? No, he did not.
Right. Has Stevenson beat the best guy in the division when he was in the division at that time?
Yes, he did.
Yes, right. That's it. That's it. Case closed.
You said resume. Lara is
okay. For him to be on the resume, he's got to have fought him.
Right, but resume. You didn't say wins and losses. You said resume. So if I look at the resume, he fought Canelo and he fought Paul Williams. And both fights are arguably he could have won.
Wait. Okay. Did he beat them? Yes or no?
No, he didn't beat him.
Okay. Did Stevenson beat? Wait. Did Stevenson beat the best guy in his division at the time?
Yes, he did.
That means that Stevenson has got.
No.
So wait. So Stevenson's beat the best guy that was around at the time. He was. Okay. He's the man, and he hasn't been beaten since then.
Okay, so. Okay.
So wait. So why does Stevenson?
Danny Garcia has a better resume than Gennady Golovkin and Stevenson.
Wait. Why does Stevenson? Wait. Why does Stevenson have to fight and prove himself when he beat the best guy in the division?
Who has he fought?
Wait. He beat the best guy in his division.
What has he done since then?
I don't care what he's done. You listen, to be the man, you've got to beat the man, Bo. You can't just come in a man's division and say you're the best.
No, I'm not arguing that. You're trying to start an argument about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No. It does because it goes back to the statement and foundation. To be the man, you got to beat the man. It still goes back down to that. And you said, what has Stevenson done? And I said to you, he's still the man.
No, that's your opinion because he got stripped ring title. They took that away from him because they said he hadn't fought a top 10, he hadn't fought a top 5 fighter in over 2 years. So he got stripped of that. He's no longer the ring TV. He no longer holds the ring TV title. Check that out.
They took the title off him, but no one's beat him in the ring though, have they?
Okay, but why did they take the title off him? Because he didn't fight a top 5. A top 5.
Political.
Top 5 quality opponent in 2 years. That's why they took it off of him.
It's political.
How's that political? You got to fight a top 5.
They didn't take the title off him because he lost to anybody, did they?
No, but
okay. Question. He beat the best man in the division, which was Dawson at the time.
Okay,
wait, hold on. Who was the best guy that Kovalev fought until he fought Ward? Who was the best guy? Who's the guy in the division that Kovalev fought to become the man in the division?
It was Canelo Alvarez, the man at 160? Because according to Ring TV, Canelo is the man at 160.
According to me, he is the man at 160. Because he beat the man who beat the man.
But is he okay? So, but all right then. So, but he still holds that title. And why does he hold that title? He's not until he's beat in the ring by Gennady Golovkin. When Golovkin beats Canelo in the ring, he is the man. He's just a man holding belts at the moment. He's a belt holder at the moment. He's a title holder. Okay, but you got to beat the man. Canelo Alvarez at 150 he's still the man at 160.
What's that? You break it up, Bo.
If Canelo Alvarez,
you break it up again, mate. Come on, we got to hear you. People want to hear you. They're loving the show. Come on.
If Canelo Alvarez, can you hear me now?
No, you still breaking up. Come again.
Because I'm driving. Hold on. Can you hear me? Let me know.
I can hear a bit of you.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, I can hear now.
Okay. If Canelo Alvarez loses a fight at 154 pounds, does that still make him the man at 160?
Has he been beaten at 160?
But does that still make him the man at 160?
Well, if he hasn't been beaten at 160,
okay,
then he's the man still. I still think he's the man.
See, he took an L. The only reason why he's the man at 160 is because according to Ring, their rules is that you have 2 years to fight a top 5 within the division. But if you're not in that division, why should you still be the man? And if you're not doing anything to prove to me that you're still the man, I'm not gonna call you the man.
Well, it's a bit difficult because Ring Magazine run with is it Oscar De La Hoya got something to do with the Ring Magazine?
Yeah. That's the reason why. That's the reason why Tyson Fury is still looked at as the man in the heavyweight division, because even though he's not retired, he's just on medical leave. But Tyson Fury has 2 years to come back and fight, so he's still the man.
Okay. Do you remember when Vitaly Klitschko was the WBC champion, and they were at 3 times they were trying to get this fight between him and Steven, and what ended up happening? Vitaly went and retired. But even when he retired, he was still considered the man in recess until he completely retired.
Yes. I'm not arguing that.
So I'm just back to the Stevenson point. I know you don't like him, but whether you like him or not, he beat the man. He beat the man who was the man.
But he's done nothing to prove to me he's still the man. That's my issue. If you listen.
Well, okay. If that's the case, all right. Then then who is the man in the light heavyweight division?
Oh, nobody is the man right now. Nobody's the man in the light heavyweight division.
Well, there's belts. Stevenson's got a belt. Ward's got 2 belts, but nobody's the man.
No, Ward actually has 1, 2. I thought he had 3 belts.
Okay, he's got 3 belts then. There you got 3 belts and 3, but nobody's the man.
No, nobody's the man right now because the Ring TV belt has been stripped of Adonis Stevenson.
So if Stevenson fought Ward, does that make the winner the man?
If Stevenson fought Ward and you got one guy holding all the belts, that should, but will it is the question.
Of course it would.
Okay, well then
you've got the man that beat the man.
Nope.
You've got the man that should have fought the other man.
That if Ward beats Stevenson, it makes him the man because he holds all the belts. And ain't got nothing to do because Stevenson is not the man, because I just told you, Ring TV snatched that title off of Stevenson. Look it up.
How do we go? So, would Bo give Stevenson the credit if he knocked out Barrera? Sorry, if he beat Barrera.
I'd give Stevenson credit if he signed to fight Sullivan Barrera.
Listen, if Stevenson fights Sullivan Barrera, he knocks Sullivan Barrera out. Wait. If Pitter Patter Ward can knock Barrera down, imagine what Stevenson's going to do to him.
And I'm sorry, has Adonis Stevens been knocked down and knocked out? Did somebody knock out Adonis Stevens?
Yeah, they did, but they were quite a big puncher. Was it not Darnell Boone who knocked? Didn't Darnell Boone knock down both Andre Ward and Kovalev? Your point?
Yes, he did. My point is, who knocked out Barrera?
Who's gonna knock out Barrera? Wait until he fights Stevenson.
Dog, who's knocked him out though? Who's knocked him out?
He ain't fought no one to knock him out yet, but he will fight somebody who will knock him out. Let him fight Stevenson. He'll knock him out.
There's been guys on the other side. There's been guys on the other side of that ring.
I would love to Barrera versus Stevenson just to see your face.
Oh, dude, you see my face? Because guess what? When Barrera knocks out that Boozoo, portraying to be a champion, babysitting that WBC belt, and Barrera knocks him out.
And you know what now? You know what? I was all nice about Luis Ortiz. You know what? Let Luis Ortiz fight Baby Miller. Yeah, make that fight now. Take what I said back earlier. Make Baby Miller fight Luis Ortiz. That's right. Make that fight happen.
Viva la Cuba, baby. Todo mi cubano, yo de aquí con mucho. Don't you miss this, man? See, man,
it happens. I want people in the room that are listening to this conversation to pick sense from nonsense and also to put us both right. Okay? People in the room, what do you think of what Bo thinks? And what do you think of my argument and Bo's argument in terms of Adonis Stevenson? I think my argument I think you have to be the man. You got to beat the man. What do you guys think? Steve, both think something different. You don't actually have to beat the man to be the man. You just have to kind of pretend you're the man and hold some belts, and that's how you become the man. That's both way of thinking.
No. This is what Bo is saying. I'm saying if you beat the man to be the man, you still have to prove that you're still the man. You can't just beat the man and then do nothing and tell me you're the man.
What? He beat Bellew. He beat Cloud. He beat Fonfara. He beat Pinker.
Fighters, C-level fighters. Kovalev beat Chilemba. Kovalev beat Bernard Hopkins.
Wait, whoa, hold on. Bellew beat Chilembe. Next.
Okay, Kovalev beat Bernard Hopkins, and then Kovalev got in the ring.
Stop. Joe Smith knocked Bernard Hopkins out of the ring and out of boxing. Next.
Yeah, but wait, stop. 2 years after Kovalev beat him. But when Kovalev beat Bernard Hopkins was on a 3-fight winning streak. One of them was this undefeated fighter. What was his name? Can't remember the light heavyweight name. It was undefeated light heavyweight that he beat. So Bernard Hopkins was on a winning streak.
That Chinese guy you're talking about?
No. There was some other dude. He was undefeated too.
He fought that Chinese guy who trained himself. He fought Kelly Pavlik, which was never a light heavyweight. Keep going. His best win at light heavyweight was against Tarver.
No, Kelly. Who's best win at light heavyweight?
His best win at light heavyweight was against Tarver.
No, his best win at heavyweight was against Kelly. The undefeated Kelly Pavlik. And this again. Kelly Pavlik was a middleweight who fought a light heavyweight that night. But he fought a dude that was twice his age. He should have been able to beat him. And guess who looked great that night? Bernard Hopkins looked great that night.
Oh shit!
So
Bernard, I am special. You are common. Hopkins.
Yeah, Bernard never used to a white boy. And I regret that comment to this day. It was the worst thing he could ever say. So Bernard Hopkins threw the Puerto flag on the floor. Remember that?
Oh. Charlie Cutting jumps in and says, to be honest, Bo is right with Stevenson's resume, but it is the same about near every other current champion's resume. For example, Wilder, Canelo, Gennady Golovkin, Lara haven't beaten any B+ fighters. Ooh, take that.
That's actually, yeah. Lara lost to Canelo. Lara beat Austin Trout. Lara beat Austin Trout. He beat Austin Trout. Canelo Alvarez, he lost to Floyd, and he beat Austin Trout. Who else? Who else did he name?
Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah. Some people look at Gil and they look at Murray. Okay. But yeah. But I mean, yeah. I mean, you can look at a lot of guys' resume, and I say this all the time. This is why I be high on Andre Ward's resume. This is why I be high on even Danny Garcia's resume, and I be high on Terrence Crawford's resume. Because if you look at these dudes, there's some names on their list that they beat that were guys who we knew were good guys, quality opponents, tough guys, and they beat some quality dudes. So he's absolutely right. You can look at some resumes, and there are some holes on some resumes. I agree with. Lauder's biggest win, and I hate to say this, his biggest win was Austin Trout. Because again, he lost to Paul Williams and he lost to Canelo Alvarez.
Okay. Stevenson should be calling out Ward, but he don't want any of it. Dare to be great.
I actually think he does want Andre Ward because Andre Ward he's not in danger of being knocked out if he fights Andre Ward. He's just in danger of being outboxed. I actually think he does want to fight Andre Ward because he knows Ward's not going to knock him out. He just have to worry about being outboxed.
Adam Scott says Jojo Dan, Kevin Bizier, Frankie Gavin. That's the IBF's welterweight champion of the world, Kell Brook. See what people are saying here. Will Khan's chin hold up, step up and fight Brook? I think I don't see how Khan fighting Brook is a step up. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that.
No, I think he's trying to say step up, as in man up and fight Brooks.
Why does he have to? Why do you have to man up to fight Brook? Who's Brook for?
Ever since he beat Sean Porter, nobody. But I will say this though, in Brooks' defense, every time it came down to fighting Amir Khan has always had something different to say. Like Amir Khan told him fight this guy, and he fought that guy. He didn't give him a fight. Then Amir Khan told him, I'll give you a shot. So he's won a title. He still has given him a shot. But on the flip side, all of the top guys that Kell Brooks should have fought, fights fell through. Timothy, Diego Chavez, Devin Alexander, Brandon Rios. So
hence why he has to step up. Who has to step up? Kell Brook or Kell Brook or Amir Khan? I would say Kell Brook needs to step up. I think Kell Brook should prove to the world he dares to be great. Fight is mandatory. He loves a mandatory. Beat Spence and then fight Khan.
I'll be honest with you. I think they both need to step up because one lost to Canelo, the other lost to 3G. But if you really look at it, ever since beating Sean Porter, Kell Brooks really hasn't done much. And ever since beating, shoot, I'm trying to think of the big person that Amir Khan beat.
Ooh, Charlie Catton comes back again. He says, actually, name a current champion from heavyweight and light heavyweight with a class resume. Only one is Ward. AJ, Parker, Wilder, Bellew, Garcia, Shumanov don't have a big win on their records. So, can't be too harsh on Stevenson and cruiserweight.
I can't be too harsh on Stevenson. Stevenson. I could be exceptionally harsh on Stevenson. Exceptionally harsh on Stevenson.
I really would like to see Sullivan Barrera fight Stevenson tomorrow. I really would love to see that fight.
Leave it like that, baby. He beat him. Beat him, flatten him, run him down.
And by the way, you're calling Barrera, or you call him a B-class opponent?
I said, yeah, he's a decent B-class opponent.
So even if he beats Sullivan Barrera, you're going to turn and say, well, who's he fought? He's only fought a B-class opponent.
No, I would not say that. If he beats Sullivan Barrera, I would say, okay, I give him props because he's beat a quality opponent.
Wait, but he's beaten Wilson.
Let me ask you this. Thomas Williams Jr. What is he? Is he a B or A level opponent? Is he a B or A level fighter?
B.
Thomas Williams Jr.
Do you think he's an A level fighter then?
Wait a minute. You're telling me Thomas Williams Jr. is an A or B level fighter?
I say a B level fighter.
He's not. Okay, man. All right, man. What's your next topic, man?
Are you suggesting he's an A level fighter?
No, Thomas Williams Jr. is a C level fighter, man.
You said you gave me A or B, so I took B.
Oh, okay, I asked you. I said is Thomas Williams Jr. I am asking you, is he an A or B level fighter? Do you think he's A or B level?
I say he's a B level fighter, but you didn't give me A, B, or C. I would have given you a C level fighter, but you didn't give me C, so I took A and B.
Okay, so you know he's not A or B level. I'm asking you, do you think he's an A or B level fighter?
I don't know, because Stevenson starched him.
And wait a minute, and before Stevenson starched him, who did he fight? He went life or death with Edgar Rodriguez, who himself is not that great of a fighter, and he almost got knocked out by Edgar Rodriguez till he scored a knockout. Thomas Williams Jr. is a C-level fighter, man.
Okay, he's C-level.
He's a C-level fighter. Since beating Garcia, go ahead.
He said, Adam Scott says, imagine if Badou Jack kept Hearn in limbo like they've been doing with Spence.
Imagine if Bundy Jack kept who in limbo?
Eddie Hearn in limbo like they've been doing with Spence.
Imagine, and I feel bad because Earl Spence, he normally fights 3 to 4 times a year. Last year he only fought twice because he was waiting because he thought he had a title shot, so he's waiting to see what they're gonna do. And they're holding him up. They're really holding him up. So
this is going to go. It's still going to purse bids, I'm sure.
Let me ask you this: do you think they're gonna fight him, or do you think? Because all indication is the Brooks is gonna move up to 154.
All indications they're going to vacate that IBF belt, and all is not well. There's even murmurs that Brook may end up leaving Eddie Hearn. All goes quiet in the room, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
All goes quiet in the room.
Well, you and Eddie Hearn, y'all go way back,
Did you know that I'm going to drop another exclusive here? I'll drop another exclusive. Did you know that?
I know what? I'm sorry.
Did you know that Carl Froch is preparing for an Ironman competition? There's another exclusive for you there, and he's weighing around 13.5 stone at the moment. Solid muscle.
So Carl Froch is preparing to come back.
He's going to be taking part in the Ironman or Tough Man competition.
Are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious.
How old is Carl Froch? What, 35, 38?
He's 40 this year, I think.
God. Wow.
So that's what Carl Froch is doing. I think he's either Ironman or Tough Man competition. So that's an exclusive.
Oh my God, Carl Froch. What's going on with I think his name is is it Connor? Is it Connor Ben? Connor Nigel Ben?
Connor Ben, yeah. I don't know what's going on. He's just fighting guys.
Okay. And
there's boxing on Friday night. Looking for, I think it's Friday or Saturday night. Big Fight Live. Fantastic to know that ITV have got boxing back on, so I'm looking forward to that. And great to know that Thurman Garcia is going to be on
CBS.
CBS. Great stuff for boxing.
It's going to be on CBS. I think, yeah. I like that. I'm glad they put that fight on CBS too.
Yeah, it'd be great to have Luis Garcia and Big Baby Mill on CBS as well, wouldn't it?
Hey, everybody, read my hat. I'm gonna come and arrest Ingram Jones. Shout out to my man AJ Carter. He makes fun of me every time I wear this hat when I work out.
Really? Does he?
Every time I work out, he makes fun of me.
Did you work for them or are you them?
No. I just
the police. You know what there's a saying they say in America is "F the police."
Yeah, I lost my skull cap, and I told my daughter I needed a skull cap. So she goes to the store and she buys this and come home with it. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So, need to wrap this night up because got some other things to do in the morning, and but I'm gonna wrap up. Will be what channel is Thurman Garcia on in the UK? Box Nation or Sky? I hope Box Nation get it. Will BT get to show it by then due to the deal? I don't know. I don't think they get to show the international fights. Okay. Well, I think Box Nation will get it. I hope Box Nation get the Thurman fight. It'd be great. But in any case, I'm looking forward to see it anyway. Frampton fights this weekend, I believe. Am I right?
Yes, right. Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz, and I'm picking Frampton to win again.
I think Cruz is going to come and fight him better.
And then you got Danny Garcia. He's fighting.
When?
I think he's on the undercard.
Who's on the undercard?
Danny Garcia. He's fighting that guy, Zalotarian or something like that.
Is it? Or was it Samuel Vargas he's fighting?
No, I could have sworn it was. Yeah, it's Danny Garcia, and he's on the undercard. He's fighting for Dejan Salatian or something like that. He's fighting for that title.
Oh, Mikey Garcia, not Danny Garcia. You love ruining fighters' names and changing people's names.
Man, I do. I'm so sorry. You're right, Mikey Garcia. Them Garcia's getting confused. Yeah, Mikey Garcia's on the undercard.
Danny Garcia just had a press conference today to fight Thurman, but yeah, he's going to be back in the ring fighting on Friday night against somebody else. Saturday night against somebody else.
Right, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah,
some facts boxing.
I'm gonna take that from you because you're my brother, man.
You know I've got to rib you. You know I've got to rib you. It's gonna happen every so often. You got to get ribbed, tickle ribs every so often. You know we love you really, Bo.
Everybody out there, subscribe to Ingram's channel.
Oh, thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And everybody everybody that's watching this channel now, please subscribe to my channel. And the guy that's on the other side, subscribe to his channel as well.
Truth and facts about boxing.
Now look out for truth and some facts about boxing. With all the fake news and the fake accounts, I might just start my own boxing channel up called Truth and Some Facts About Boxing.
Yeah, you be
And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shave my head off, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick a country, I don't know which one, and I'm gonna be really passionate about that country, and I'm gonna really hold true values to that country. I don't know who it'll be. I think what I'll do, it'll be a parody of your channel, but what I'm gonna do, maybe I'll become Mexican. I'll be half Mexican, just to. And anytime we got a Mexican fighter, I'm gonna get furious, and all demons are gonna start spouting out my head. That's what I'll do, just a parody. But it's got to be over the top about it. I've got to be over the top because that makes it more of a channel. Don't say anything about Mexicans. That's. They call it some truth and facts about some boxing. That's what I'll call it. But just don't talk about Mexicans. But yeah.
wow.
What do you think? Should I start parodying? No, I better not do that because I didn't like it when somebody did it to me. It wasn't very nice when somebody did it to me, so I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm only teasing. You know, it's much love, and I appreciate all the work you do. You do some great work over there.
Oh yeah, man. Come on.
Even if you continue to butcher up fighters' names and call them the wrong names and call Bandu Jack, but it's okay. I love you, man.
The guys on that movement, watch us. We had our own podcast, The Movement. Me and my boys.
Yes, of course. Seriousness now. Yes.
Yeah, under Devon Levity, Mook Jasper from Colossal Boxing, 2K the guy from Gods of Boxing, my partner Bernard. I did a video with him. I kept calling Chris Prescott, but I kept calling him Brandon Prescott. And they was
That's what I said. Truth and some facts about boxing.
the entire show. At the end of the show, they told me, you know, that dude's name is Brady Prescott. I was like, oh, y'all gotta be kidding. You let me for the whole show. I'm called it, and then I think about one time I called James Kirkland. I called him James Kirk. I called him James Kirk. I forgot the Kirkland.
So there you go. Truth and some facts boxing. Subscribe to that channel today.
But I get all of the
fighters butchered names. Go on, Bo. Butcher every channel name up. But you remember Adonis Stevenson. Don't mention Adonis Stevenson on his channel. Just don't.
No.
All of the
I remember all the Cuban names. I remember all their names. No problem. But
we love you, though. Don't forget, subscribe to Bo's channel, Truth and Facts Boxing. Regular, nearly every day he's banging out really good material. Check out his channel. Go get over there now and subscribe to the channel.
I call Joseph Parker, Anthony Parker. I did that one time, and oh God, I couldn't believe I did that one.
It's all right. Well, if they make a boxing game, if they make a new boxing game, they can ask you to do the licensing for the game. You can do the licensing for the game, because guess what? You can be guaranteed none of the real fighters' names, apart from Adonis Stevenson, are going to be included in the game. So they don't have to worry about paying fighters. That's the way you get around it. Butcher their first name and butcher their second name, and then you're all right. We love you, Boris. We love you. We love you. But you don't make, the thing is, there is a bias there because you don't rip or you don't forget Cuban fighters' names. You know their names. Perfect.
Hey man, that's not my fault, man.
Well, I'm putting it at you adore, you don't butcher Cuban fighters' names. So there's a bias there, but it's all good, all love. Because I think I'm gonna start having some bias somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna add 3 or 4 fighters. I'm gonna just pick now and just have biases again from now on forever. I think Adonis Stevenson is gonna be top of my list. I think I'm gonna do a campaign for Adonis Stevenson.
Oh, this Sunday I'm going to be interviewing Chantel Cameron again. Oh God, I love talking to her. She is so energetic and enthusiastic, man. I love talking to her.
No, that wasn't funny.
What?
That you talking to Chantel Cameron.
What'd you say?
Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, no, I love talking to her. I really like talking to her.
She's cool. She's very cool. I love Chantel. She's my girl there.
Oh.
So look after her.
Oh no, I got you. I got you. I love. She's like I said, the knowledge she has and her just enthusiasm. Her and Angela. Oh man.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to get some more ladies in boxing. You need to get talking to more of the ladies in boxing. If you get a chance, get to talk to Ava Knight. Fantastic girl to talk to about boxing.
What's her name?
Ava Knight.
Okay, send me her.
Former multi-weight champion.
Oh, you know what? Definitely send me her.
Details. I'll get stuff over to you about that as well. I had a number. I think she's changed the number again. So, but I can send you the details anyway. Over.
That's okay. Cool.
All right. Right. I think I'm gonna go to bed. On that note.
All right.
It's Thank you all so much for tuning in with us. Myself and Bo having a good old laugh, ding dong with one another. And we look forward to seeing Luis Ortiz in a competitive fight soon. We look forward to seeing Lara again in a competitive fight soon. Sorry about that. It's quite something that they've quite got something in common recently. Luis Ortiz and Lara. Lara fought Thurman, Yuri Thurman, who don't remember last time he had a fight, and fought Dave Allen, who's ranked 150th in the world. Good opposition.
Hey man, I thought you was going to bed.
I thought I'd just add those two in before I went to bed. Yeah. So, who do you think Luis Ortiz will fight next? Before, in your humble opinion?
Who I think he should fight, or
no. Who you think he's going to fight next? Not who you think he'll fight next.
I don't think he's going to even fight Big Baby Miller. I think they're going to throw Luis Ortiz in another fight where he fights someone that's like not even ranked in the top 10.
I think he should fight Gary Cornish next.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly. You should fight Gary Cornish next.
I don't know who that is, but
I think Anthony Joshua knocked him out with the first right hand he hit him with. That'd be a good fight.
What about Luis Ortiz and Dylan White?
That's not going to happen because Dylan White's going to fight Derek Chisora again. So forget that. Yeah, I'm serious. It's going to happen again. Don't worry about that. It's going to happen again. So no. So who else? Oh yeah, he says Matt Skelton. Why didn't he fight Matt Skelton?
Max Skelton? Player's name or something, man.
I tell you what, a good fight. He's never been knocked out before. Oliver McCall.
Oliver. Y'all messing with me now. Hey, Oliver McCall can still punch now. He can still punch.
Oh, in that case, they get Samuel Peter then.
Oh my God. Punch. What happened to that guy?
He fought Pulev the other night and got dealt away. I think he retired on his stool, I think, after 2 rounds or 3 rounds. That'd be a good fight, actually. Kubrat Pulev versus Ortiz. That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, Pulev would be a good fight for Luis Ortiz. I'd rather see him fight Pulev than for him to fight.
Well, it's not going to happen, so forget it. So let's be more realistic. Somebody in the top 100.
Oh shoot, he might as well fight Big Baby Miller.
No, forget that. It's not gonna happen. That's too competitive. Next.
How you? Well, it's too competitive. Okay, now is that too competitive according to who? Eddie Hearns?
It's too competitive based on the upward incline of Luis Ortiz's opponents.
Yeah, you know what? You said something I agree with. Ever since going over there, because when he was with Golden Boy, he fought Brian Jennings, and that was a quality opponent.
He was moving up. He fought Jennings. He fought Tony Thompson. He was moving up the world. But since he's joined Eddie Hearn, he's moved up even further. He's fought Alex Scott and he's fought Dave Allen. So let's see who he fights next. I'll reach really high next time.
Man,
let me see. Ortiz should fight Oscar Rivas. I tell you who he should fight. He should fight Takam. That's who Ortiz should fight. Takam.
That's actually not a bad fight. That's not a bad fight. I would prefer Takam over Miller.
Somebody just said they're looking forward. P. O'Neill says he's looking forward to seeing Smith getting schooled maybe in July or September. Hey, that one, listen, the night that happens, that Smith fights anybody in the top 10, anybody of any class in the top 10 is good. I'm buying myself that night. I'm going to buy myself a family feast of vegetarian pizza, but a family feast I'm going to buy for that night. And I'm going to turn the volume. I'm going to put the volume up loud in the house.
What's your take on Lomachenko about the possibly fighting Jezreel Corrales?
Good fight, is it not?
Jezreel Corrales, yeah.
It's a unification bout, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yep, and Gary Russell Jr. is back in February.
Now, who is he fighting?
Some guy from the Ukraine, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he's fighting. He's making defense. The guy's lost one fight already. He's back in February, defending the WBC title. Yes.
And I think Lee Selby wants to fight the winner of Leo Santa Cruz.
Forget Lee Selby. Forget Lee. Don't talk to me about Lee Selby. Forget Lee Selby.
What's wrong with Lee Selby? Wait a minute. Lee Selby is the UK version of Floyd Mayweather.
You've just ruined his name. The guy's name is Lee Selby.
His lease?
Where did H Shelby? Shelby is a singer. It was one of Prince's backing singers, Shelby. He's Selby. S-E-L-B-Y.
Shelby.
Selby. S-E-L-B-Y. There's no H.
Oh, I thought they spelled his name with the H in it.
No, they don't. It's just you destroying people's names once again.
Shelby. Okay, so
Selby.
Selby. Lee Selby.
Yes.
Okay. So Lee Selby wants to fight the winner of Leo Santa Cruz and Carl Frampton.
You can't beat them guys, man. Come on, man. You can't beat them guys.
Selby is the Wales version of Floyd Mayweather, man. Are you kidding me?
Who told you that? Who told you
that?
Sky Sports told you that, right?
Lee Selby is the most popular fighter out of the UK right now.
You're not gonna go on record on that, are you? You are joking, aren't you? Look
at Lee Selby's resume and compare it to Adonis Stevenson. It's much better. Matter of fact, his resume is better than Quigg and Frampton. What do you think people would prefer to see? Selby?
His brother, I don't rate his brother at all. Don't rate his brother at all. Selby will get destroyed if he fights Gary Russell Jr. He will get destroyed. Selby fights with his chin in the air, pulls straight back from punches. And it's only a matter of time before he gets knocked out. I told you, I said it before the Hunter fight. He got dropped by Hunter. Only a matter of time. You can't keep fighting that fight. He is a knockout waiting to happen. I've said it before and I'll say it again. And if Hunter was more disciplined, he would have knocked Selby out.
Yeah, he might get knocked out because the guy he's fighting right now, this next guy he's fighting, I can't remember his name. I'll probably mess it up anyway, but I can't remember his name. But that guy,
If he's got a good left hook in him, got a good chance of knocking Selby out.
He does. He does. He does. He has a good left hook.
Well, Selby fights that same way all the time, his chin up in the air. He thinks he's Naz. He doesn't have the punching power of Naz. He's going to get nailed. When he get, and he's the kind of guy, when he gets knocked out, he's going to get knocked out bad. You heard it here from me. You heard, he's going to end up being, Lee Selby's going to end up being one of those knockouts of the year. Wait and see. Wait and see. I told you now, he's one of those guys who's a knockout. He's a knockout. He's one of knockout highlights. I'm telling you. Wait and see.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
You can't keep fighting with chin in the air like that.
You can't.
You can.
You can't. I agree with you. You can't. You can't keep fighting like that.
You can't keep fighting with chin in the air and leaving your chin out to dry. Somebody's going to whack it off you. He just hasn't fought. Hunter showed you what it was about. Hunter showed you what Lee Selby's about. And Hunter is ill-disciplined. If Hunter was a disciplined fighter, a hungry, disciplined fighter that could have seized the moment, we wouldn't talk about Lee Selby today, would we?
Oh, wow. I thought he had him. I thought he had him.
That's what I'm saying to you. So forget Lee Selby. Forget Lee Selby. Sorry. I'm not bought into Lee. And you know what? Lee Selby's a nice enough guy. I've got nothing personal against him, but I've cried too many nights, man. I've spent too many nights crying over fighters. So when I see people fighting with technical flaws like that, sorry. So you start building a hype train, and then he gets fights against a guy who actually can see those weaknesses and take advantage of them. The people just have to look back at the Hunter fight, pull straight back from punches, and he's not going to make any adjustments like that. So no, he's not going to make adjustments. Fighters like that don't make adjustments. So
that's the way he fights.
That's the way he fights, and he can't fight any other way.
Same thing with Amir Khan. He has fast hands, but he keeps his chin high in the air, and you can catch.
Yeah, but that's not going to save him. It's like I said, he thinks he's flying high at the moment, but it's okay. Someone like Gary Russell Jr. will deal with him. I'm telling you, Gary Russell Jr. will deal with him. But anyway, right, I'm definitely going to bed now. Right, I'm out. Thank you so much for Bo Bland from Truth and Facts Boxing. It's always a pleasure having you on the show, bro.
Good to be here, man.
Any final words?
Just keep following boxing. Keep following my man Bayloric Worldwide. And again, Truth and Facts About Boxing at truth_factbox1 on both Instagram and Twitter.
We've got some good news for you, by the way. This is non-boxing, but it's entertainment nonetheless. We're going to be having a live comedy show on Bayloric Worldwide. Oh man, we've got a comedian. We've got a comedian, and she's pretty good. Female comedian from America. So it's going to be fun.
I'm too. And, you know, and you should have me on this show to crack jokes too, because I can screw up names real good.
That's all right. So it's okay. Well, you won't screw up Adonis Stevenson's name. We know that much. But it's all right. It's all right. You're all good. You're good for a laugh, Bo, and that's what I like about you. You're a good man. Right, we're out of here. Bo, thank you so much once again. Thank you, the viewers who've been watching. Check out those interviews with James Ali Bashir. Love to know what your thoughts are. The thoughts I shared about James DeGale and Tyson Fury. Is it time for James DeGale to change his trainer? And will it be plain sailing for Tyson Fury when he comes back in 2017? This is Ingram Jones. Keep watching Bayloric Worldwide Television, or not just the boxing channel. Good night.